This is Star Market Celtics Tonight. Download the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today.
Jalen forces it up over C.
No!
He tied it! He did it! Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three in the air. Got it!
Big boys step up at the right time, man.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catches Law, your New England Chevy dealers, Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Charles D. Sheehy, and by Ticketmaster.
Pritchard shovel back to Porzingis, having a trail three. Got it! Boston by 14. Kyrie forces one out, blocked by Porzingis again. Pritchard, half court. It's in the air.
Go!
He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, Mass Mutual, VA New England, Town Fair Tire, FindMassMoney.gov, your New England Honda dealers, Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Shaw's and Star Market, Ram, Northeastern DeMoore McKim School of Business, Piantadosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
At Madison Square Garden in New York, where tonight the NBA's marquee matchup not only takes the game's center stage, it takes its biggest stage for the pivotal Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Semifinal series between the Celtics and the New York Knicks. Away we go. Thanks for sharing Game 4 with us. I'm Sean Grande. Cedric Maxwell, memorable moments aplenty for him in this building, joins us shortly. For a week now, more people have had more to say about the series than you can possibly consume. Have you noticed a trend? None of them seem to have it right, and there's a reason. You can't predict what's about to happen when we're seeing things we have never seen before. Coming up on the fastest 30 minutes of the NBA, the Game 4 edition of Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. So much to cover, so little time. We'll start with the latest on Kristaps Porzingis, who has shown improvement, and Sam Hauser, who has as well. Where was the Celtics' biggest adjustment truly in Game 3? Funny how no one talks about volume of three-point shots when they go in. And what is the Knicks side of this as we break down Game 4? An elite offense in the regular season. They struggled some in the first round against Detroit, but they have gone dead quiet now in the first 3 games of this series. Where is the focus of Tom Thibodeau's tweaks likely to fall? And do the Knicks need to keep Mitchell Robinson off the floor despite the free throw shooting? Or maybe on the floor earlier. We'll discuss that to keep that double big lineup. But the suddenly banged up Karl Anthony Towns are going to cover that as well. We'll discuss all of it. We'll take our trip around the NBA where we are minutes away from the conclusion of the season-long game of Capture the Flag as the draft lottery begins shortly. The NBA best Thunder regained their footing in Game 4 in Denver, while the Cavs, they lost their footing, their shirt, and their way in a Game 4 beatdown of the Fieldhouse that has left the Pacers 1 game from returning to the conference finals.
Dominance by the Pacers from the very start of it, and just exploded in that second quarter to cap off an 80-point half to all but put this thing to bed.
And the final is 129 to 109. It was 5 apiece. The Pacers then scored 9 straight. They would never trail in this game, just as Cleveland never trailed in Game 3.
Our Game 4 check-in with the head coach, Joe Mazzulla.
You know, when Jesus first starts his ministry, he goes in the desert for 40 days with no food or drink. That's darkness.
Well, coming up next, it's an expression that's become increasingly mainstream the last few years in the NBA, regression to the mean. In other words, the longer you play against a casino, the more likely you are to give back your gains. Saturday afternoon in Game 3, the Celtics took back half the house money the Knicks were playing with, and they didn't say please. We'll look back to one of the greatest road teams in NBA history, adding to their resume. Holiday has the steal, diagonal lead. Tatum behind Brunson, scored on the foul, and that will quell the rally.
Put the fire out. Hey, Smokey Bear, bring the water, throw it on, and then throw it on again, and then throw it on one more time.
It's all coming up and more as we count you down to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. As big a game as they have played in the Mecca in a quarter century. Celtics and Knicks, bottom of the hour on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details. For the best deal on tires, head to Town Fair Tire. We beat every competitor every day on every tire. Tire dealers, we beat them. Clubs, we beat them. Online prices, we beat them. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like that.
Bosch!
You ready for the Celtic season? Yeah.
If you want your kids to love something,
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
it's important to start them young. That's why Amica Insurance and the Celtic Shamrock Foundation are teaming up to improve access to early childhood education across New England so that the next generation gets the start they deserve. Amica Insurance is a proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Grow your success this summer with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty, benefit from incredible affordability with UMass Lowell.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made, just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics, and me, Cedric Maxwell.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Yeah, you got to beat us 4 times. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Not twice, not once, not 3. You got to win 4 games. So it's a lot of basketball to be played.
Maybe one day that Jaylen Brown quote will be the Kevin Millar soundbite of the 2025 Eastern Conference Semifinals. Welcome back to Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. Business out of the way first. No changes in the starting lineups. Kristaps Porzingis will again come off the bench for the Celtics, who will again be without Sam Hauser. Al Horford will start. Max, there was some discussion and some buzz that was ramping up over the last few hours, particularly today, that Tom Thibodeau, in an attempt to avoid the hack strategy, was going to start Mitchell Robinson and go with the double bigs, because that essentially the Celtics would not be in the bonus when that happened. So, but it's not going to happen, and the starting lineups will be the same tonight as they've been in the first couple of games.
It would bode him well if you want to keep Robinson in the game, because exactly what the Celtics are going to do. Anytime he gets in, they're going to hack him, and you take him out. So if you want to use Robinson, I'll probably use him earlier than later.
All right, the Celtics have now won a playoff game in a road game in 13 consecutive playoff series, and they have won multiple road playoff games now in 9 of 12. Those are the stakes. Everybody knows the dynamic as completely devoured hot take theater. 3 hours from now, Max, everybody is going to be convinced that the winner of this game tonight is going to win the series and that the series is over. It is not. It doesn't matter. It matters a great deal what happens tonight, but the series is not over. The Celtics have the chance, I believe, to come back from 3-1 down against New York. That's possible, and I certainly believe the Knicks can win a couple of games in this series. I know everyone becomes prisoner of the moment, and whatever happened last, and we're going to listen to the highlights in a second, that completely envelops everybody's consciousness here. But where so much has happened in this series already, I think we're just getting started.
It's a series. It's an interesting series, to say the least, when you think about the players and what has gone on. But you also think about the opportunities which were wasted by the Celtics. I got a chance to talk to Joe Mazzulla today, and the things we were talking about was just really interesting. You and I talked about one time when, and was Peyton Pritchard shot almost a low-goal shot and airballed it, and I thought the momentum had changed. He said no. He said, I don't tell my players to do that. I'd rather for them to shoot the basketball than turn the basketball over. I was like, whoa, that's deep.
Everybody is affected by something that happened to them. Remember, it was Bob Huggins. Joe Mazzulla had a turnover issue when he was playing for Bob Huggins. He turned the ball over too much. And at some point, Bob Huggins sat him down and said, listen, just take the ball the next time you get it and chuck it up into the stands, because I'd rather you do that than these live ball turnovers. And that was a big part of the story where the Celtics turned things around in Game 3. Yes, they made their three-point shots, and that's why it was a blowout game. But the live ball turnovers are the killer, and taking bad shots don't always result, even if you miss them, into live ball turnovers. First, I gave you the injury update. That was brought to you by Catcher's Law. At Catcher's, they specialize in helping those who've been injured, not only from a one-time incident, but from a lifetime of hard work and labor. If this sounds like you, visit catcherslaw.com. Meanwhile, the previous game recap, that is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Man, the sports books are having a tough time with this series. They don't know what to make of it. Bet the unexpected, which is what we've had so far with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub to get a no-sweat parlay every single day only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. This place was jumping at 3:30 on Saturday afternoon. Everybody was waiting for the Knicks to take a 3-0 lead, to welcome them back after what they had accomplished in Boston. The Celtics were going into as ferocious and difficult an environment as you could imagine, and it didn't take long for them to silence the crowd. In Game 3, the Celtics will wear the road green at Madison Square Garden. White letters and numbers, they will go left to right. New York will wear the familiar home white jerseys, orange letters and numbers in blue trim. They will go right to left. The Boston Celtics have entered the Coliseum. Are they going to be Lions again? Or are they going to be lunch? That's what we're about to find out. Al Horford will jump it against Karl Anthony Towns. Zach Zarber will throw it in the air. And Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals is underway. Tatum moves to the right side. Al Horford, pretty good look over Towns. His three is good.
Go ahead,
what happens if the ball starts going in early?
Yeah, you're going to put these pressure on these guys.
Jaylen Brown steps to his left. His three, swish.
Going to need that from Jaylen Brown. Step up in a big game like this.
How much better, Max, does it feel once the game gets going and you get the sweat going? And
much
you're
better.
Tatum steps to his right, pull up three, swish.
And much better. Talking about the big stage. This boy loves it.
For all the talk about threes, the Celtics have hit their first three today in Game 3. White steps to his left, forces a three, and he hits that. And the Celtics, who could not buy one in the first two games, are 4 for 4 to begin Game 3.
And good, beautiful release there.
Pritchard slowly right side of the floor, puts it back in the left hand, and Nobi jumps at it, but they run away from him, giving him an open three, and he knocks it down. Why are you running away from Peyton Pritchard? Anunoby trying to get right in the face of Jason Tatum. Porzingis sets the screen, trying to free, and Tatum going to pull up for the deep three. Got it! Tatum lobs it down low, tough pass. Holiday's able to bat it to the corner where Derek White is open, and he hits a three. Everything that could go wrong went wrong for Boston for 2 nights at TD Garden. Everything has gone right today.
What a pass that was by Holiday. Not a good pass to him initially.
Fans trying to pounce on any crumb. Derek White knocks it away from Jalen Brunson. Holiday has the steal, diagonal lead. Tatum behind Brunson, scored on the foul, and that will quell the rally.
Put the fire out. Hey, Smokey Bear, bring the water, throw it on, and then throw it on again, and then throw it on one more time.
Rebound Tatum. Celtics running 4-on-2. Jaylen Brown lob. Al Horford at 38 years old rises over everybody to throw it down.
Ooh.
And the Celtics have counterpunched brilliantly in Game 3.
Go back and attack. Never stop. Stay on the hunt.
Pritchard, nasty step back on Mitchell Robinson, and another three. 4th of the day for Peyton Pritchard.
Make him dance. Make him dance. He can.
Peyton Pritchard driving on McBride. Gets in deep. Pump fake steps through. Reverses it up and in. And Peyton Pritchard is just clowning with dudes out here right now.
He got to the party.
McBride entry deflected by Tatum. Stolen by Horford. His outlet pass. Tatum comes up with it. Pushes it ahead to Pritchard. He's going to launch a three and knock it down. How many New York turnovers have the Celtics turned into open threes? Wow. I mean, this crowd is begging for anything, a crumb of anything. And the Celtics just, the second there's a orange light on a cigarette butt, the Celtics are stomping it out. Pritchard, guarded by Deuce McBride, shot clock down to 6. Pritchard, moving to his right, got a grade here. Pull up at the elbow, jumper over Mitchell Robinson is good. Have yourself a day with the world watching Peyton Pritchard.
Step up, make plays.
For Tatum today, although he did not shoot well. 6 of 17, which makes him 21 of 60 in the series. So all the Tatum haters will get their bowl full. Tatum catches, left side three, got it. He does have 5 threes, 5 of 8 from distance. But what the Celtics did today, yeah, they made their threes. They made the right plays. But they answered everybody in the last 72 hours. They walk into the Coliseum today, and they end up being the Lions. Start to finish dominance from the reigning and defending world champion Boston Celtics. And they are on the board in the Eastern Conference Semifinals. The final score, Boston 115, New York 93. And you know about the three-point shooting. The Celtics made half of them, obviously, in game number 3. But the beauty of their performance in game 3 Saturday was the fact that if they had had an ordinary three-point shooting day, if they had had 3 ordinary shooting three-point shooting nights, this would be 3-0 in favor of the Celtics. He said they had two horrendous ones, one amazing one. So they have the two narrow losses and the one blowout win. Obviously, you figure with regression to the mean, it's going to be a regular game. The other thing the Celtics haven't done yet is win a close game in the series, and that is what I think Game 4 is going to be about. It feels destined tonight. At some point, there's going to be another close game. At some point, Celtic fans are going to get uptight because Jalen Brunson is going to be on the floor in a clutch game. And if the Celtics are going to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals, they're going to have to find a way to win one of these close games.
Well, it would be nice. I think that's a great thought. But I also, on the other side, think that you're going to have a Tatum and Brown sighting where they're going to play extremely well. And it won't matter what the Knicks do. They will not be able to counter what the Celtics have in their bag.
Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, none of them have shot well in this series.
Mm-hmm. I understand, and that's what I feel like. Well, you got two shooters on that we're talking about, in Brown and Tatum. Now, the other side, Brunson is who he is, but I take two instead of one.
Celtics are now 23-9 in their last 32 road playoff games. Let that marinate for a second. 23-9 in their last 32 playoff games on the road. They're just the third team in NBA history to do that. The Golden State Warriors did it from 2017 to 2022. The Cavs did it in that long run from 2010 to 2017. The Celtics have done it as well. They're the third. A Boston win tonight at Madison Square Garden would make them 24-9 in a span of 33 road games. No team in NBA history has ever done that. That is how dominant and how good the Celtics have been on the road. But here is the story. The story to me is defense. The Knicks were an elite offensive team during the regular season. They were average during the Detroit series in the first round. They have been held under 1.06 points per possession in all three games of this series. If you're wondering the last time the Knicks have been held to that number 4 times in a row, it was November of 2021. It's been nearly 4 years since the Knicks have had 4 offensive games like they've had here. A Knicks game you got to feel is coming here offensively, and which begs the question, how healthy is Karl Anthony Towns?
Well, Karl Anthony Towns, you know, we look at him. What he's trying to do is do a little bit more driving. I don't see, you know, it could be the hand, could be the wrist or whatever. But if it's your hand or your wrist, you're not shooting logo three-pointers. So I don't give that. I think he's well.
All right, in game number 4, Max's player to bank on, brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank. If interest rates are keeping you from buying a home with CSB Safeguard Mortgage, you can modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years. Perfect for when rates go down. Apply at ClintonSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
I like Brown tonight. I think Brown comes out. He's aggressive. He shoots the ball. He defends. And talk about him rebounding basketball. That'd be a critical thing if he can do that well and do it well tonight.
Shot 34% in the series, just 5 of 23 from 3. Max's keys to game 4, driven by your local New England Honda dealers. Contact your local New England Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Well, I always feel this is always the key, and Joe Mazzulla kind of punctuated that today in talking to him. Second chance opportunities. How the guys like Anunoby, how does he get threes? He is just like, he gets them because the defense breaks down, he runs around, and he gets threes because you get those second chance opportunities. Those are going to be the key. Don't give those up.
OG Anunoby was the best player on the floor in game 1, and he has been invisible in the last 2. Who is going to be the new hero? Who's going to join OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart and then Peyton Pritchard as unsung heroes to try to turn this series around? That's what we're going to find out in game number 4. Still to come as we count it down on the Charles and Star Market Celtics tonight. Our conversation with Joe Mazzulla. I've asked a lot of questions over the years of him. Some for Max, some for you guys, some because they made sense with him. I finally asked a question for me today because I was curious about his quote about the darkness and that you have to embrace the darkness. And what is the difference between darkness and joy when it seems like situations like this, when it is him against the world, that he relishes more than any other? You're going to want to stay tuned for that. We'll have our trip around the NBA. The draft lottery, the Cooper Flag lottery, is about to unfold. We'll have the results of that in the next few minutes. We're coming up next. Joe Murray has Sports Hub headlines. Red Sox continue their road trip in Detroit, but obviously all eyes are going to be here on Madison Square Garden and the end game of Capture the Flag. I'll tell you about all of it, and then it's game 4 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals between the Celtics and Knicks from New York on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Hi, this is Jeff Kaplan from Innuendo. The sun's up earlier and is ready to ruin your expensive flooring and furniture. It's time for automated window and skylight shades. Schedule a visit from our expert team before it's too late. Innuendo and Natick, Innuendo.com.
The Piantadossi Baking Company is a local fourth-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Piantadossi Baking Company.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Well, the Red Sox continue their road trip. They're in Detroit today, and they trail 2-0 so far in the third inning. Tanner Houck on the mound for the Sox. Earlier today, Rafael Devers was named American League Player of the Week. NHL playoffs tonight. Capitals and Hurricanes underway. No score. Carolina, they lead that series 2-1. Edmonton, they host Vegas in the nightcap with a 2-1 series lead. And the NFL has announced the season opener will be the Eagles and Cowboys on Thursday, September 4th. Also, the Chiefs, they'll host the Broncos on Christmas night. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. Coming up on Star Market Celtics tonight, Grandy and Max take you around the NBA on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyric, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics, and me, Cedric Maxwell.
Strawberries, blueberries are fresh in and on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get 1 pound strawberries or pint blueberries for just $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Yes, it's a very good time to get fresh strawberries and blueberries. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, sale ends soon. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Hey, it's Zoe. It's time for spring cleaning, and I'm talking about your company's IT, of course. Make Oakers your single-source IT partner. From full IT, infrastructure rebuilds, security, to everyday AV upgrades. Get future-ready at Oakers.com.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Back at Madison Square Garden, closing in on game number 4 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. And yes, we're also keeping an eye on the draft lottery at the same time. We take our trip around the NBA, brought to you by your Boston area Chevrolet dealers. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers, too, on the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox.
Greeny, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the two-time NBA MVP, he has not made any firm decisions about his future, but sources tell me for the first time in his 12-year NBA career, he's open-minded about whether his best fit is in Milwaukee or playing elsewhere and exploring what those options outside of Milwaukee look like. Is it sensible for him to potentially leave?
Sean Ferrania of ESPN talking about the news of the day until now. The news of the day was the reporting that Giannis Antetokounmpo is considering options now outside of Milwaukee and that the clock, I guess, has started on a potential trade. But the story right now, as of 30 seconds ago, is that the Dallas Mavericks, after the year they had, after trading away Luka Doncic, trading away a superstar franchise player to build around for the next generation, just got the next one. Cooper Flagg is going to be a Dallas Mavericks. Dallas wins the draft lottery.
Well, everybody said everything that went wrong in Dallas was that one of my guys I played against, Ro Blackman, is there working for Dallas now, and he is sitting there talking about it. I'm sure they're just saying, flag, flag, flag.
And I was looking at it basically out of the corner of my eye doing a lot of different things, but it seems that San Antonio got the second pick. That's how close you were to having Wemby and Cooper Flagg playing together. It looks like the Spurs second, Philadelphia third, and Charlotte fourth.
Charlotte is kind of in that no man's land again. You know, fourth isn't good enough to pick a franchise building player, but you still get a good player with that team.
Man, our guy Tim McMahon wrote a book about Luka Doncic that came out this year. You're going to have to write a whole new book about the last 4 months for the Dallas Mavericks, making the trade that nobody could believe they had made. And yet, here they are, cosmically rewarded somehow by getting the number 1 pick in the draft. Remember this team that tried to tank a couple of years ago to miss the playoffs? Of course, last year, their season ended in Boston all the way in the NBA Finals. And we are, about 3 months removed from the trade of Luka Doncic, and Cooper Flagg is now going to be a Dallas Maverick. This is a crazy, crazy sequence in a wild, wild league. Meanwhile, speaking of wild games, it was brutal. The league had Denver and Oklahoma City play Sunday afternoon after playing late on Friday night. The result were the lowest scoring first quarters in recent NBA playoff history, but the Thunder late found a way.
It's over in Denver. The Thunder have reclaimed home court advantage in this best-of-7 Western Conference Semifinal series, doing it with grit, gall, resilience, and tenacity from 8 down in the fourth quarter. They strike big late, 29-18. They outscore the Nuggets in the fourth to win game 4, 92-87.
Depth really pays off when you're playing these 2 games close together. He clearly is not tired anymore. Nikola Jokic is exhausted. That's obvious when you watch him play. I'm not going to go down hot take theater road about the discussion about Jason Tatum over the last week or so when Jokic has been terrible in this series. When you compare their 2 resumes, obviously Jokic has the MVPs, but as far as postseason success, Jason Tatum has had equal or more than Jokic. But listen, he has got to get some, and you say he's got to get some help. Aaron Gordon's playing the best basketball of his life right now, and yet Denver's going to have to win a game on the road to advance.
Denver, I think, can still do it. I think that they have a purpose, and again, you haven't had the best of Jokic. What happens if you get one of those outlier games from Jokic?
And, in the other game last night, it was brutal from the start. Indiana, they beat Cleveland by 20, but that was not the story. Indiana was up by 41 at halftime. I'm not a big fan. You know how I feel. The series, even when it feels like it's over, it's not. But the Cleveland Cavaliers, you can't just look at them as a team that won 64 games and is falling apart here in the playoffs. Donovan Mitchell now gets hurt. Evan Mobley was hurt. Garland was hurt. They didn't play well. Obviously, it's embarrassing to lose the way they lost, but you've had a calamitous series of injuries hit them at the worst possible time.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. When you think about having injuries at a time when it's critical to have all your players, that is what you want to see, all your players healthy. But you got to play with the guys who are there.
All right, repeating our top story, Cooper Flagg is going to the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas wins the draft lottery.
You think they're going to take him?
I feel more than confident about it. Cooper Flagg is going to the Dallas Mavericks after the crazy year they have had. Now the stage is cleared. Center stage, the game's biggest stage for the Celtics and the New York Knicks, Game 4. We'll talk about it with Joe Mazzulla next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
With Clinton Savings Bank's Safeguard Mortgage, you can easily modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your loan for a low $250 fee. Visit us today.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081.
Kelly's Roast Beef is now serving Worcester. Since 1951, Kelly's has been stacking up mouth-watering made-to-order sandwiches like their famous roast beef, slow-roasted, thinly sliced, and piled high. Kelly's is the home of the original three-way roast beef, American cheese, mayo, and James River barbecue sauce. A New England classic. Add fries and a shake, and you've got a meal to remember. For lunch, dinner, or a quick bite, Kelly's in Worcester delivers flavor fast and fresh every time. See why Kelly's Roast Beef is a New England legend in Worcester or kellysroastbeef.com. Kelly's Roast Beef, where the original still tastes best. 98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Amica Insurance. They're proud to be the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the 18-time champion Boston Celtics. When it comes to protecting the life you build, trust your insurance need to Amica's award-winning service. Visit Amica.com and get a quote today. And Brex, a leading AI-powered spend platform for modern companies. Proud to be the official corporate card and spend management partner of the Boston Celtics. Visit Brex.com today to get started. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
Spring savings are in full bloom at the Albrecht Auto Group. 8 convenient locations, incredible deals all month long. Subaru, Toyota, GMC, Buick, Infiniti, Nissan, whatever you need, stop by or visit albrechtauto.com and connect with Albrecht.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
All right, welcome back to Star Market Celtics tonight. It's time for the coaches interview brought to you by Star Market. Check out the Star Market app, earn rewards, and save on your groceries and gas with Star Market for you. Download the Star Market app today. As Grandy with the coach.
All right, Joe Murray, thank you. Joe, Max and I were just talking about the DNA of playoff games and playoff series, and, you know, that dude who sits next to me has played in some of the biggest in the history of the game. I'm not a coffee drinker. My wife is. But I understand there are times that people, particularly my wife, likes her coffee like super strong. Isn't this what you love about your job? Isn't this like whatever your job is turned up to the maximum level?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, you always say this is why you get into and do what you do. And that doesn't mean that it's easy. It's difficult. But, you know, this is why training camp's tough. This is why you know, you're away from your families. This is why you build togetherness with you know, your staff and the players to try to go after something bigger than yourself. And, you know, competition brings the best out of you, and it teaches you about yourself. So as an individual and as a team, and you know, that's the journey that we're on.
All right, we started Saturday by we happened to identify live ball turnovers as a discussion point, and live ball turnovers, or lack of them, were big on Saturday. The world told us what you didn't do in the first two games. The world told us what it thought you did well in Game 3. We both know the Knicks' best shot is coming, maybe tonight. Where do you have to be better than you were in Game 3?
I mean, Mitchell Robinson got 6 offensive rebounds. Karl-Anthony Towns got 5 offensive rebounds. Karl-Anthony Towns got 4 3-point attempts up. You know, we could do a better job in our second half offense. So there's always stuff that you can get better at. We have to double down on the stuff that we did well. And then we got to, and every game brings on a life of its own, you know. So we got to be ready to make those adjustments when necessary.
There's an obsession, obviously, with numbers, trying to quantify every single thing. The new one that's becoming the trend is what people are liking to call individual defense. This guy guarding this guy held this guy to whatever shooting. And to me, I'm all for searching for facts and searching for answers, but it completely blows up what your defensive effort as a team has been through these 3 games and why certain guys end up in certain situations. There's some things you just can't quantify no matter how hard you try.
You can, and the type of shot that you're willing to give up on each and every single possession. And every possession is its own entity. what you're willing to give up in one quarter may not be what you're willing to give up in another quarter, vice versa, depending upon your coverages, your matchups, etc. So, it is hard to quantify that, but it's good to get as much data as you can.
Under that umbrella, doesn't it go farther into every decision? Let's say, all right, you're fouling Mitchell Robinson, but even if we go super wonky and start talking about points per possession, and the Knicks, if he's only shooting 40%, get 0.8 points per possession, with every number there comes with the factor. If you choose to do that, that slows the game down, and they can set their defense. So it just seems to be there are so many layers to all of these talking points. Somebody gloms onto one, but it's like, yeah, but.
No question. I mean, it's everything, right? I mean, you look at it, fouling up 3, fouling up 4, fouling up 5. Every decision comes with consequences, and they're either good or they're bad consequences. But no one decision guarantees you an outcome. You still have to be able to execute beyond the decision, right? And I think that's the thing that's hard for the brain to understand is one decision doesn't do anything. It just puts you in position to, that's why it's process over result, right? What decision do you make that gives you the best absolute process in that moment, and what do you need to adjust after that?
All right, that's Joe. I've asked questions for years for fans. I've asked them for Max. I've asked things that covered things here for a variety of different reasons. This one is just specifically for me because I was dying with it. I tried to figure it out for the last 2 days. If the challenge and the task is the thing, and trying to overcome something, particularly as a group, is the fun part, why has it been dark? Isn't this the joy of it, or are joy and darkness not at all opposites?
I mean, I think they're the same. I mean, to me, you take a look at, when Jesus first starts his ministry, he goes in the desert for 40 days with no food or drink. That's darkness. And you're in the desert, you're all by yourself. All you have to rely on is yourself and the internal, the internal strength and with what you have in this situation. You have to rely on yourself. You got to rely on the people around you. I think that's where you have to go to those lengths. You have to go to that in order to come back out the other side better, right? So joy and darkness, they're very similar, right? It's just a matter of how you interpret it and what you do when you're down there. But those 40 days in the desert gave him the mental toughness, gave him the mindset, gave him the clarity, gave him the internal strength to be able to take on what the world had to offer. And so sometimes you got to go to the desert. And, being in the situation that we're in the desert. And, we're starving and we have to enjoy it. And you got to find fun in that. And you got to find fun, you got to find growth, you got to find comfort.
So there is joy. Overcoming it obviously brings joy, but it is the process of trying to overcome it that brings joy.
No question.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the final word for Game 4. It's next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Winter is finally behind us, so it's time for your car to get a spring refresh. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get your car ready for all your spring and summer adventures. Their services are done while you remain in your vehicle, and no appointment is needed. Stop in whenever you have 15 minutes to spare. Plus, get ahead of summer heat with a quick air conditioning system recharge. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save on your next visit and see your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of sunny days ahead.
Take care of business with CSB, the bank that always makes you feel like their only customer. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC.
Win some, lose some, but always be in the know. At DraftKings, we put your play and performance history all in one place with the My Stat Sheet tool. Get a breakdown of your recent activity with an overview of your deposits, withdrawals, contests, wagers, and more. Use My Stat Sheet to stay on top of your spending so you can stay on top of your game. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
It is the EKG of an NBA playoff series. One day, your championship is gone, your legacy is questioned, your bandwagon abandoned, and your opponent's the new hot restaurant in town. Then the Celtics took the Madison Square Garden floor Saturday afternoon, and they came not to praise the New York Knicks, but to bury them. Tatum lobs it down low, tough pass. Holiday's able to bat it to the corner where Derek White is open, and he hits a three. Everything that could go wrong went wrong for Boston for 2 nights at TD Garden. Everything has gone right today.
What a pass that was by Holiday. Not a good pass to him initially.
Now surrounded by an outside world fueled by doubters, even the experts don't know which ship is sinking. The Celtics have momentum, but the Knicks still sit in the driver's seat. Now the series roller coaster takes its next turn on the game's most famous track. Celtics and Knicks, the telltale Game 4 is next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champion.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catcher's Law, and by Ticketmaster.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, your New England Chevy dealers, Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Mass Mutual, Charles D. Sheehy, VA New England, FindMassMoney.gov, and by Town Fair Tire.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
By Shaw's and Star Market, your New England Honda dealers, Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Ram, Northeastern DeMoore McKim School of Business, the Antidosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
At Madison Square Garden in New York, where would you rather be at the center of the sports world tonight? The starting lineups in Game 4 brought to you by Amica. Celtics playoff coverage presented by Amica, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics as the team defends its title. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning service. There was some discussion about Mitchell Robinson starting to avoid the hack strategy, but Tom Thibodeau will go with his same starting 5. Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges. Bridges has shown flashes of second-half brilliance throughout the series. OG Anunoby, who was brilliant in game number 1, but not so much over the last 2. Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns will keep an eye on that hand of his. The Celtics in game 4 will once again sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Drew Holiday, UCLA. Jaylen Brown, California Berkeley. Jason Tatum, Duke University.
Al Horford, University of Florida.
Horford again for Porzingis, who made a defensive impact in Game 3. You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Opening tip brought to you by Gulf Oil. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Gulf, proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. I know everyone's asked you for the last 48, 54 hours what's going to happen tonight. I happily will say I have no earthly idea. That's the beauty of the series.
And people ask me, and I say the Celtics are going to win. I'm just convinced that if they play their A game, and I think they'll bring their A game, I think they win this game.
It just feels to me like the Knicks have a game in them where offensively it's clicking for them. I don't know if it's going to be tonight. But it seems to, there's so many things that defy logic. The way the Celtics shot threes in the first 2 games of the series, the way the Knicks have been inefficient offensively throughout the entire series. Streaks tend to eventually turn.
Well, you know what the Knicks have. They have some dynamic players that can do some things. But I'm just looking also at those great defenders in Celtics have.
Unless the Knicks can win the next 2, which not a lot of people think they're going to do. Tonight only sets the stage for a game here Friday night that could be the biggest Knicks game in 30 years. We will have reverse jerseys tonight in game number 4. The Celtics on the road at Madison Square Garden will wear the home white, green letters and numbers. They will go left to right in the first half. Knicks wearing their alternate jerseys, which are the road blue uniforms with strong orange numbers and letters on the front. Orange numbers on the back, white letters on the back. A lot of discussion about the officials. We had not seen much of the man considered by most within the industry to be the best official, Scott Foster. He will referee game number 4 and throw it up between Al Horford and Karl Anthony Towns. And from MSG, game 4 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals is underway. Towns tried to steal the tip, and he deflects it past Drew Holiday out of bounds, and the Knicks will get it first.
Karl Anthony did steal the tip. And you say Scott Foster's the best in the game. Well, that wasn't a good start with the jump ball initially.
Ball in the hands of Jalen Brunson against Drew Holiday. Peyton Pritchard really helped out with Drew Holiday getting in foul trouble in game 3, particularly on the defensive end where he's getting no love. Celtics have been great defensively the entire series. Jalen Brunson right side dribbles in towards Horford, 17-footer, no good. On the rebound to the weak side for Jason Tatum. Tatum, Brunson, Brown, nobody shooting well here. Al Horford moves to the corner. Holiday back to Horford, swung to Derek White. Pretty good look. Straight away 3. Got it to begin the game.
Well, when it come down and find a niche. Celtics have that bomb squad out there. There was nobody in the paint then.
Celtics could not make one in Boston, but now obviously 21 of 41 from 3 in the 2 games in New York, and they score first here in game 4. Josh Hart wearing the white headband over that blue uniform. Picks up his dribble, moves to Towns. He's going to step back into a 3. It would have tied the game, but it comes up short. And Jason Tatum controls the rebound. Tatum diagonal lead for Derek White up the right side. Drop back to Tatum straight away. Going to move it left wing. Jaylen Brown. He'll drive on Brunson. Gets to 12 feet. Bridges showing help. Jaylen Brown turns. Jumper's good.
Now, if you got this mouse in the house, this time just turn, take the normal shot. Don't try to do a whole lot of fancy stuff.
Celtics hit their first 2 shots. They lead 5-0. It only makes the crowd louder here, trying to get behind the Knicks. They were playing with house money when they got here. OG Anunoby open, straightaway 3. Ooh. A boulder, wide right, but it hit the backboard so hard it caroms off Jaylen Brown out of bounds, and the Knicks will get it back. The Knicks had a shaky shooting start. You could tell they were uneven to start the game on Saturday in game 3, and playing against a heavyweight, all of a sudden they were down by 12 almost instantly because they did not get off to a good start. And as everybody, the entire world knows, the Celtics have had 20-point leads in all 3 games in the series. OG Anunoby under out of bounds. In safe for the Josh Hart, 7 on the shot clock. Hart against Jaylen Brown, bounce pass for the cutter. Towns drives in and scores off the glass. Derek White was there, but there was nothing he could do. 5-2 is the Boston lead. Jaylen Brown spins on Josh Hart, leans in, banks it, no good. He wanted the foul, didn't get it, rebound Towns. Quick outlet, here's Josh Hart up the middle of the floor. Hart bounce pass to the cutter. Anunoby stripped to the ball by Jason Tatum. What a great play with the fingertips along the baseline, taking 2 points off the board. Holiday diagonal lead for Al Horford, deep on the right side, drop back to Tatum. Celtics will run their offense. They did a lot more with Tatum on the left wing in game 3. Entry Holiday kick to the corner. Jaylen Brown was open, but so is Derek White, and his 3 is perfect.
Swinging the basketball nicely early in this basketball game, able to find a shooter wide open.
8-2 is the Boston lead to start game 4. Jalen Brunson down the right side. Holiday pulls away. Slap under the ball, he missed it. Jalen Brunson gets it deep and scores easily. Dallas gave away Jalen Brunson. They still had Luka. They gave away Luka. How would they survive it? They just won a draft lottery to get Cooper Flag. 8-4 is the early Boston lead. Tatum, right side of the floor against Karl Anthony Towns. Tatum steps to his right, push pass in the corner. Derek White again, 3 again.
Well, you're backing away. What does that say about this? Eventually, the Celtics are going to come out and shoot the ball well.
Derek White, 11 of 33 from distance in the series. Entering is 3 for 3 to start game 4. And the Celtics have a 7-point lead away from the ball. Josh Hart ran over Drew Holiday. Offensive foul.
Drew Holiday is just standing there. Josh Holiday went right into the body then. And anytime you see him out there, that's one thing I've seen over and over again, that he is so physical, hard.
He was trying to keep Holiday away from Jalen Brunson. They were trying to get that switch, and Josh Hart was too aggressive. Tatum, little drop step, wearing Mikal Bridges, drives, and loses the ball out of bounds. A lot of contact, but they let it go, and the Knicks will get it. It's a turnover for Jason Tatum. Here's Josh Hart, offensive end. Al Horford in front of him in the corner. Hart picks up his dribble, moves it to Towns. Hart sets the screen. Towns has Horford in front of him. We'll throw it back to Mikal Bridges out of the Knicks logo at center court. Bridges, couple of dribbles with the right hand, moves to the corner. Josh Hart. Tatum overplays him, jumps to the hand and rips the ball away. 2-on-1. Tatum steps around Brunson and lays it in, and the Celtics defense to offense have built an early 9-point lead.
Tatum, great hands, anticipated so well.
Great defensive start for Jason Tatum. And Tom Thibodeau again has to call an early timeout. 3 minutes, 22 seconds into game number 4. Boston 13, New York 4 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Hey everyone, this is Adam from Central 44 Jeep Dodge Ram Raynham. This month only, we're giving everyone Employee Plus pricing. Lease an all-new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X for only $144 a month for 24 months. We're just minutes from anywhere, so it's the ultimate time to upgrade your ride. But hurry, these prices disappear after the event ends. From our driveway to yours, Central 44 Raynham.
7,500 miles per year with $49.95 down. Must qualify for owner loyalty. Conquest must finance with Stellantis. Tax, registration, and acquisition fees are additional.
With Clinton Savings Bank's Safeguard Mortgage, you can easily modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your loan for a low $250 fee. Visit us today.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
We have arrived at the first time out of game number 4, not the way the Knicks wanted, down by 9, 13-4. First time out of the game brought to you by Ramp. Don't take a time out from your day to do your expenses. Do it over 30,000 customers have done. Switch your business to Ramp. Learn more at ramp.com/hub. The most amazing thing, and there were many, about the first 2 games in Boston, was that a game that seemed impossible to understand and impossible to believe happened again in game number 2. It's crazy early, but from a starting standpoint, the start of game number 4 is exactly like game number 3.
Well, I think that the Celtics have come out, well, their disposition to play on the defensive end. That is the key to me. And Jason Tatum has come up with a couple of big steals early in this basketball game.
And the Celtics have been brilliant defensively. There's no denying that. But how have the Knicks gone from one of the best offenses in NBA history a year ago to one of the better offenses in the league this year to a mid-level offense during the series against Detroit to the worst offense in the NBA through 4 games, 3 minutes of this series?
Well, maybe just the defense. Defensive pressure the Celtics have put on it. Karl Anthony Towns trying to get someplace, but they've essentially, Anunoby has kind of been invisible since after the first game.
And he is 0 for 2 now. 13 of 37 in the series. Without question, the best player on the floor in game 1. Mikal Bridges will trigger the inbound. New York with the ball down by 9. Minute number 4 of game 4. Josh Hart, hand to Brunson. Moving right side of the floor against Derek White. Bounce pass from Bridges. That was dangerous. Holiday almost got it. Bridges cross-court deflected and stolen again by Jason Tatum, but he can't keep it inbounds. Bridges comes up with a loose ball. Attacks, gets to 10 feet. His jumper bounces out. Rebound, Al Horford. Boy, Tatum has been everywhere defensively. Celtics have a chance to take a double-digit lead. Jaylen Brown going to pull up, shoot a 3. It's an air ball. And the rebound eventually belongs to Josh Hart. Derek White almost got to that one. Diagonal lead from Bridges. Driving on Al Horford. Bridges in pretty deep. Tough angle, though. He's going to give it up. For Karl Anthony Towns. About 18 feet away against Derek White. Double team comes from Tatum. Towns having some trouble. Gets it away to Josh Hart. Kick out Bridges. Pretty good look. Left side 3. Nope. Rebound Jason Tatum. And the Knicks are 2 of 8 to begin the game. They're 0 for 3 from distance. Celtics are 3 of 4. Tatum moving to his left. He's going to fire a deep one. It comes up short on the rebound for Josh Hart.
I'd like to find Derek White again.
Celtics have had a couple of chances to take a 10-point lead, have not been able to do it. Jalen Brunson puts it in the right hand. Tatum waiting for him. Brunson shuttles it back to Bridges, moving left side. Anunoby, Derek White right on his hand. Anunoby, left-hand dribble, steps back at 19 feet for the baseline and hits. He was severely overdue. 13-6, Boston by 7, minute number 5. Ball in the hands of Jaylen Brown. Josh Hart tags him defensively, now steps back away from him. Into an Al Horford screen that puts Jaylen Brown on Towns. They got Towns in the action here, so Jaylen will jump behind his back, then backtail behind the three-point line and knock one down.
Get the big fella, get the truck going the wrong way. No air bricks at all.
4 games in the series, 4 double-digit leads for the Celtics. It's 16-6. Jalen Brunson coming downhill, kick out Bridges. He is wide open. Left side 3 is good. First 3 for New York. 16-9. Boston by 7. Drew Holiday on the right side against Jalen Brunson. Holiday left-hand dribble. Throws back to Tatum. He's got a good look. It's a left side 3. It's no good. Back iron. The rebound belongs to Towns. Bridges, left-hand dribble. Derek White takes the baseline away. Bridges steps back in the paint of the dotted line, falling away hits. Back-to-back buckets for New York for the first time in the game. 5 straight for Mikal Bridges, and the Boston lead is cut in half. 16-11. Celtics on top, 6:17 to go in the opening quarter of Game 4. Horford sets a high screen for Tatum. Brunson comes out, bodies and push pass back to an open Al Horford. 3, though, rims out of the rebound. Brunson knocked away by Drew Holiday. Jaylen Brown's got it, runs over Brunson, offensive foul.
Brunson sat there and waited. All you had to do is go straight up with the basketball. Didn't need an easier shot there.
Quick hands for Drew Holiday, but again, 2 guys came to Jaylen Brown. He tried to go through 2 guys instead of finding the open man. Kristaps Porzingis, here's the booze as he checks in. This is earlier than Porzingis has been coming into games, by the way. He is the first substitution, replacing Al Horford midway through the first. New York with the ball, trying to make it a 1-possession game. Brunson right side 3 is good.
Wow. That was a great challenge.
Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. Celtics get off to a great start, and the Knicks finally answer with an 8-0 run. And it's a 2-point game. 5:52 to go. Opening quarter of Game 4. Boston 16, New York 14 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
We only get 48 minutes together. A few times a week, a few months a year. 48 minutes.
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
Where the 72,000 square miles of New England are focused on nothing but 94 feet of parquet. Because it's us versus the world, and the world versus the world champs. At Amica, we show up for New England, like New England shows up for the Celtics.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Strawberries, blueberries are fresh in and on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get 1 pound strawberries or pint blueberries for just $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Yes, it's a very good time to get fresh strawberries and blueberries. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, sale ends soon. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
2-point game, 16-14, Boston on top midway through the first. Welcome back to the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Randy and Max here. Celtics playoff basketball presented by Amica, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. While you root for Banner Night Team, visit Amica.com to learn more about building a game plan for you. This time, unlike Saturday, the Knicks answer quickly, score 8 straight. 10-point lead is down to 2, and just have a hunch. We're headed for a close game tonight in New York.
I would like to find Derek White. Derek White knocked down threes and has not even been able to shoot the ball again.
Knicks 5-4 of their last 6 after the slow start. Celtics have those first 3 threes from Derek White, but the rest of the team has gone 1 for 5. No changes. Starting lineup stays out there for New York. Celtics have Porzingis in place of Horford in the middle. Ball in the hands of Drew Holiday out at half court. Shot clock at 12. Porzingis sets the screen. Holiday moving to his left. Tough force pass into Jaylen Brown. Bodies up. Josh Hart knocks it away. Jaylen Brown has it back. Shot clock down to 4. Jaylen Brown puts it in the left hand, elevates high, arcing jumper, just hoping to hit the rim. He does. But Josh Hart has the rebound. Knicks can tie or better. Hart races past Drew Holiday, gets in deep, throws to the corner. Anunoby waiting, and New York has the lead. 11-0 Knicks run, 17-16. Bad shots or live ball turnovers. Drew Holiday, stop and start, blows right by Karl Anthony Towns, then kicks out to the wing. Jaylen Brown finds the open man. It's Tatum. He waits for Josh Hart to sail by, then throws out, finds the hot hand, and Derek White hits another one. What were you saying?
Find Derek White.
How about Jason Tatum? He gave up an open 3. He gave up an elbow jumper to find Derek White, who is 4 for 4. All threes, 19-17. Boston by 2. Jalen Brunson moves to his right. He's got a good look, but he misses the 3. And the rebound belongs to Jaylen Brown. Brunson 2 for 5. 26 of 68 in the series. Tatum moving to his left behind the Porzingis screen. Bounce pass kicked by Town. That'll be a reset on the shot clock and a side and about.
And they're about to give a bounce pass to a 7-footer then. Porzingis, you got to get that ball up high before you can come and get it. It was a bounce pass.
Tatum was working the side of the bounce. Scott Foster hands on the ball. It comes into Porzingis. Quickly hand back to Tatum. 11 on the shot clock. Celtics start their offense here. Tatum against Towns. Towns daring him to drive. Tatum elevates at 18 feet. Jumper swish.
They want to do ISO driving.
Karl Anthony Towns has struggled defensively. No major surprises there. Wouldn't it be something as Jalen Brunson dribbles at half court? If DiVincenzo, Randall, and Hartenstein all made it to the conference finals. Brunson, shovel pass into the corner. Josh Hart has got it. He steps back behind the line. Tough 3. No good. That's not who you want taking it if you're New York. Tatum deflects the rebound to Holiday. Holiday races into the front court. Brunson on his shoulder. Holiday, no luck for the cutter. Jaylen Brown misses at the rim, pushes it back up and in. They won't count the basket, but he'll get free throws.
Man. Come on, you got to dunk that one. You don't go in tiptoeing around. Dunk that basketball. You got hit in the back of the head. But at that point, you got to go in and dunk it, get a 3-point play there.
Well, he was fouled after the fact, so it wouldn't have been a 3-point play, but he did give up the dunk and now has to make free throws instead.
Well, here's the thing. If you were fouled after the play and got the rebound, why are you shooting? Shouldn't be shooting the basketball.
First free throw's good. Peyton Pritchard will check in, and here comes Mitchell Robinson. If you're wondering, the Celtics have not committed a foul. So they are nowhere near the penalty. So the odds of them hacking Mitchell Robinson here are not good. You have to do it when you get under 2 minutes. You have to do it the way Porzingis did it the other day, which is basically in the midst of the play. You're setting a moving screen or something like that. It can't be a true hack. But that has worked. Hasn't been pretty to look at, but it's been effective. Jaylen Brown did not get the 2, and he will not as he misses the second free throw. So the Celtics give away a point there. Note that in your scorecard. Boston by 5, 3:42 to go in the first. Jalen Brunson out of the familiar Knicks logo at center court. Gets a high screen from Mitchell Robinson. Moves to his right. Porzingis waiting. Push pass into the corner. Hart tries the 3. Got it. That time he was set.
Wow.
And he has shown in this series if he's set, he can hit 3s. 5 of 16 now in the series is Hart. 22-20. Boston by 2. Jaylen Brown against Josh Hart. Stop and start. And that time, Jaylen Brown hooks him and is called for the offensive foul.
you're in a position where you're trying to overpower a guy like that. You don't have to. Just drive by him.
Second foul on Jaylen Brown.
No, he hooked him he grabbed him in the back of the head. Josh Hart went down solid.
Hart hands back to Brunson. New York with the ball down by 2. Brunson down the left side. Derek White on his shoulder. Brunson turns, gets to the dotted line, runs it up and in to tie the game. Tough shot. They made it work for that.
So tricky, man.
Celtics score 6 straight out of the timeout. Knicks go on a 5-0 run, and we're tied again, even at 22. Final 2:56 of the first quarter of Game 4. Right where we thought we'd be. Porzingis hasn't looked at the rim yet. Returns to Tatum. Tatum lobs it. Porzingis catches in the paint against Josh Hart. Turns. Hart reaches in. Porzingis forces the shot. It comes up short, but Hart commits the foul. And Porzingis, who's only made 3 shots in the series, will go to the line for his 8th and 9th free throws.
Josh Hart got the ball the first time, but he also got him on the arm the second time. I mean, very simple. He hit him the first time on the wrist, and this time turned around and hit him again.
There's 2 fouls on Josh Hart, 2 on Jaylen Brown. Only one of the fouls has been called in the entire quarter, and that was on Bridges, who's out of the game. Porzingis, first free throw is good. He had that monster game here last month at the end of the regular season. The only competitive game between these 2 teams this year was the Celtics winning that game in overtime.
Josh Hart is saying what he didn't do, but clearly fouled him. He's an integral part of what they do.
Deuce McBride replaces Josh Hart here for the rest of the quarter. Porzingis misses the free throw, as the crowd will tell you. Celtics lead 23-22. Celtics have missed a couple of free throws here in the first quarter, plus they've committed 4 turnovers. Brunson to his right. Porzingis backpedaling, lob thrown down by Mitchell Robinson. Knicks on top, 24-23. What a bounce back here for New York. 8 of their last 12 from the floor. Bounce past Tatum for Peyton Pritchard. We said a big offensive game is coming. Derek White again. 3 is no good for the first time, but guess what? He got fouled by Jalen Brunson. So Derek White has taken 5 3-pointers. He made the first 4, and he gets fouled on the 5th.
This time just hit him on the arm. Went straight up with this basketball and got him on the hand when he went up.
Oh, yeah. Pretty easy call.
Knicks fans wanted to challenge, but you can see it got him right on the elbow with that jump shot.
Don't waste the challenge on that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and waste it. Go ahead and waste it.
White gets 3 free throws, first of which is good. Derek White is quietly having a good series. Obviously, defensively, everybody's been good for the Celtics, but Derek White hasn't shot it great, 40%, but that's better than most players on the Celtics team as he misses the second free throw. That was his first miss in 11 free throw attempts in the series. A series which will take its next dramatic roller coaster turn here over the next couple of hours. And then for 48 hours before Game 5, the loser of this game tonight will be written off. Derek White gets 2 of 3 at the line. Celtics regain the lead, 25-24. 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Jalen Brunson, handoff for OG Anunoby. Derek White slides his feet defensively. Mitchell Robinson sets the screen. Anunoby attacks the paint, gets all the way there, and somehow missed the layup. Offensive rebound putback for Karl-Anthony Towns, and I still don't know how Anunoby missed that layup, but he's coming up a little bit lame, reaching down to his left hip. 26-25, New York with the lead. Tatum gets the high screen from Horford, moves to his left. Brunson blitzes at him. Tatum attacks Brunson, pulls up, 17 feet, jumper, bounces in. Ooh, friendly New York bounce for Jason Tatum. Celtics regain the lead. Very few lead changes in the series. We've already had 6 in the first 10-plus minutes tonight. Jalen Brunson turns the corner on Pritchard, runs it up and in with the left hand, and there's another lead change. 7th of the first quarter, 28-27. Knicks having one of their best offensive quarters of the series, easily. Tatum, high right-hand dribble, Towns out in front of him. Tatum gonna step back into a 3, and it's good.
Hey, that big stage, man, I'm telling you.
Tatum's up to 9 in the first quarter, 30-28, Boston by 2. Anunoby moving behind the Mitchell Robinson screen into a 3. Nope, back iron, long rebound. Porzingis has got it. Hands to Jason Tatum. Enter the final minute now of quarter number one. Tatum comes across half court, pulls up for a deep three, and he knocks it down. Jason Tatum looks like he's feeling like Jason Tatum tonight in game 4.
Jason Tatum feeling like he's Superman.
12 in the first quarter, Celtics by 5. That was a crazy deep one. Brunson down the right side, pulls up at the elbow and throws it away. Threw it right to Peyton Pritchard. McBride was not where he thought he was going to be. Pritchard pulls up on McBride, and his three is good.
That was a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Boy, you let your guard down for a second against the champs, and you are going to be on the canvas. Boston by 8. Differential is 9 seconds between the two clocks. Karl-Anthony Towns over the shoulder pass for Brunson. Here's the entry. Towns against Al Horford. Towns bumps with Horford, goes to the paint, flips it up awkwardly, no good. Rebound Tatum. Towns goes to the ground trying to draw a foul. He's not going to get it. Shot clock is off. Final 11 seconds of the first quarter of game 4. Tatum on the prowl. Walks across half court. Pritchard this time sets the screen. That puts Towns in front of Tatum. 4 seconds to go. Tatum going to shoot this one. Steps to his left. It's in the air, and it's another three. What are they going to say now? The first quarter comes to an end with the Celtics going 9 of 14 from 3. 15 for Jason Tatum, and the Celtics have a double-digit lead. They score the final 12 points of the first quarter. End of one in game 4. Boston 39, New York 28 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details. Ready to advance your career? Get started this summer with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty. Benefit from incredible affordability. Begin May 19th at UMass Lowell, online or on campus.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the golf payout, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay-ready.
The Piantadosi Baking Company is a local 4th-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Piantadosi Baking Company.
The Celtics play here, the Sports Hub.
Well, that was something. A 12-0 close to the first quarter. Both teams throwing heavy shots in the first. Celtics lead 39-28. As we go to the second quarter, Boston has been phenomenal offensively in the first half of these games in the series. Celtics are getting 1.3 points per possession. That's an insane number. The second half has been the problem. What happens if this game gets close is the question, but the Knicks right now are just worried about keeping it close, because as soon as they opened it up and things started going well for them offensively, Celtics are just racing down the floor. I know Tatum made shots, and I know it's going to be all the highlights, but 5 rebounds, some steals for Jason Tatum. He has been very active on both ends of the floor and certainly the best player in the first quarter of game 4.
Well, you want him to step up on this big stage. That's what I said about Madison Square Garden. As electric as it is, and I talked to Bernard King about this, and I said, what happens when you got guys from the opposition who want to play well here? Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. There's some people who've had some huge games. When you think about playing here at MSG.
So Brunson out of the game for the first time. Anunoby and Harder out as well. So you got Cameron Payne out there with McBride, Bridges, and the double bigs, Townsend and Robinson. Boston with the ball going left to right, wearing the home whites tonight, leading by 11 as we start the second quarter. Cornette and Pritchard in the game with Holiday, Horford, and Tatum. It comes down the left side, throws to the far corner, deflected out of bounds, away from Horford by Karl Anthony Towns.
I would rather Tatum just take that ball all the way to the hole. He had an opening.
Obviously, we're a mile away from the court here, but from where I'm sitting, Towns has some tape on a couple of the fingers of his left hand. That's the only indication that there's any issue going on with him. Inbound comes to Pritchard. 4 on the shot clock. Pritchard against Mitchell Robinson. This time he steps to his left, has to take a very tough fall-away 3 at the shot clock buzzer. No good. He got Robinson in that in game 3, but not here. New York with the ball down by 11. Deuce McBride picked up by Pritchard. Throws back to Bridges. Going to move behind the Town screen. He's got Cornette in front of him. Bridges likes this matchup. Pulls up on Cornette and throws a bounce entry to Towns. Towns against Tatum. Tatum pulls away. Ball floated up, blocked out of bounds by Horford. Knicks wanted goaltending, and the back official is going to call it.
Ooh. Not sure about that one. Let's see. Ooh. That was close. Good job by Al, though.
But it's 2 points for New York. 39-30 on the goaltend. Jason Tatum trying to switch to the right hand and hit the leg. And Karl Anthony Towns kicks another one, so this will be a reset on the side of the bow. I was trying to see from here. It was Mitchell Irvin who made that call. Scott Foster was looking right at it. Onto the basket. 39-30, Boston by 9 and the ball. The Knicks have one of the best offensive quarters of the series and still found themselves down by 11. Payton Pritchard, deep straight away. Against McBride, now picked up by Payne. Bounce entry, Tatum against Bridges. Bridges punches the ball away from Tatum, and Cameron Payne will pounce on it. Tatum has not left the floor yet. Payne pull up 3 in transition, way off. And flying in for the offensive rebound, Towns. He steps back behind the line, trying to tough 3, no good. Tatum deflects the rebound, but Mitchell Robinson comes out of the pack with it. Kick out, McBride for 3. Celtics can't secure a defensive rebound as New York has gone double big here. And 5 quick points for the Knicks, and the Boston lead is 6, 39-33. 10:25 to go in the first half of game 4. Payton Pritchard over to his left. Bridges in front of him. Bounce pass for Tatum straight away. When is Tatum going to come out of this game? Tatum against McBride. Tatum throws the shoulder into him, creates an 18-foot fall away. It is no good. The rebound for Towns, his 5th. Towns going to bring it up. Towns dribbles around Horford, tried to float it for Mitchell Robinson, threw it over his head, but Robinson comes up with a loose ball, saves the possession. Then Tatum reaches in and commits the foul.
Tatum made sure that when Robinson got that ball, he was still going to foul him. It's almost automatic in their head.
Which is funny because Robinson wasn't even looking at the rim. He was looking to pass. And Tatum just sort of gave him a foul.
Boy, that was such a bad pass then. And just ricocheted off. You got to get those rebounds. Tatum out of the game now. What's Brown going to do?
Ball in the hands of Deuce McBride. Tries the baseline. Pritchard shuts that off. Shot clock at 7. McBride turns the corner, has Horford in front of him. McBride, right-hand dribble, little shovel pass for Payne. He aims that lefty 3. It's no good. Weak side offensive rebound. Easy putback for Karl Anthony Towns. Now the Knicks getting offensive rebounds as the Celtics have gone smaller. So Horford's out there with Cornette. 39-35. Boston lead down to 4. Jaylen Brown driving on Bridges. Gets jostled in the paint. Runs it off the glass. No good. Jaylen will go back to the line.
So what Jaylen did then, didn't hesitate. Just kept going straight towards the basket. When you start messing around with the ball with the Knicks, quick hands, and what they do, they're very aggressive of getting in the paint. Brown made that happen.
We promised you a roller coaster ride tonight, and it has been that. A 16-6 Celtics start. Then New York gets 11 in a row. Then the Celtics go on a mini run. We're at 28-27. Celtics close the first quarter 12-0. And now 7 straight for the Knicks to begin the second quarter until the Jaylen Brown free throw here puts Boston up by 5 with another one coming.
Boy, what the Knicks are going to depend on here is hitting that offensive glass. If they miss, those 2 bigs want to keep that basketball alive. Knicks
have gotten 8 more shots, and the Celtics have gotten 9 more free throws in the first half of game 4. Jaylen Brown gets both. 41-35, Boston by 6. 9:31 to go in the first half of game 4. Brunson and Tatum both out of the game right now. Deuce McBride. Push pass for Bridges. Deep on the left wing against Jaylen Brown. Towns wants it against Al Horford. That's where the ball goes. Towns, one dribble, two, now three with the right hand. Towns turns to his left, goes off the glass, scoring the foul. Nope, offensive foul. Al with his left hand up to his jaw after Towns initiated the contact.
Somebody saying, Al is saying something to some fan over there.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Towns whipped around with the right elbow.
Yeah.
I really hit him. I'm surprised. That almost is worth looking at.
Ooh.
Knicks are probably fortunate they didn't look at that for a flagrant. Drew Holiday, offensive end, gets a hard screen from Al Horford. Holiday coming downhill, ball punched away. He's got it back, whips it back in the wing to Horford. Now Jaylen Brown gets a Cornet screen. Jaylen trying to turn the corner, he can't do it. Shot clock down to 5, returns to Horford. He's open, straight away three. Got it! That's how you answer. You wouldn't like him when he's mad.
Don't make Al mad.
44-35, Boston by 9. Celtics are 10 of 16 from distance. This looks like the regular season. Bridges, right-hand dribble to the free throw line. Steps back in the dotted line. Tougher shot comes up short. Rebound Horford. Quick outlet Pritchard. Knicks back defensively. Pritchard spins away from McBride. He's in deep. Scoops and scores off the window. Peyton Pritchard doing Peyton Pritchard things. And now the Celtics have answered with 7 in a row, and they lead again by 11. 46-35. Largest lead for the Celtics. With Brunson out of the game. Falling away, McBride jumper. Bounces around the back iron, no good. Rebound, Towns. Falling out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds. That's going to be Boston ball, and it is.
Well, Towns is saying he got pushed. Looked like he had, but again, they are ganging, going towards that glass. Those two bigs are just creating problems.
Both teams could complain about a couple of things, but they're consistently letting a lot of stuff go. Bad entry. Holiday towards Cornet, but Cornet was off balance. That's not a good foul by Mitchell Robinson. Second team foul on New York, first on Mitchell Robinson. Porzingis is going to come back in there with the Celtics starting to get pushed around the glass a little bit.
Whew. This is my kind of basketball, though, boy, the way they're playing.
I was going to say this is worth the price of admission, but you and I didn't pay 10 grand to get in here tonight. Peyton Pritchard takes the handoff back from Al Horford, deep on the right side. We are 4 minutes into the second quarter. Right now, if you're syncing up with ABC. Down at ESPN, Pritchard fumbles his dribble, has it back in the baseline, steps back into the corner, 4 on a shot clock. Pritchard drive against Towns, force it up, no good. Offensive rebound. Porzingis throws it down. Pritchard was outmanned, obviously, by Karl Anthony Towns, but once he occupied Towns, that allowed Porzingis to sneak in behind Mitchell Robinson and throw it down.
Running towards that rim then. A running start with a big 7-footer.
This is the largest lead now for Boston, up by 13, 48-35. 7:42 to go in the first half. Cameron Payne with Drew Holiday drawing that assignment. Payne steps behind the screen of Robinson, misses the three, and a rebound for Jaylen Brown. Three-point shooting is the story here. New York 5 of 15, Boston 10 of 16. Jaylen Brown throws a deep entry that sails over the head of Drew Holiday out of bounds, and Jaylen turns it over.
Those are those situations you talked about, live ball, turnovers. You don't need to go there then.
This will not be. However, this will not be a live ball turnover because it went out of bounds. Tom Thibodeau's going to use the opportunity to grab a timeout. 7:31, maybe get Brunson back in here early. 7:31 to go first half of Game 4. Boston 48, New York 35 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every three-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer. Up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original.
The NCAA Lacrosse Championships are coming to Gillette Stadium Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through the 26th. The best men's and women's college lacrosse teams in the country. Bring the kids to Gillette Stadium, watch the action, and make memories. For tickets, visit ncaa.com/LAX tickets. And for more information, visit gilletstadium.com/NCAA.
Hey, it's Felger here, and people know I hate wasting time. Did you know that the average finance team wastes over 200 hours per year on expense reports? That's why here at the Sports Hub, we use Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that automates away your entire expense process. The moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything. Receipt matching, categorization, approvals, you name it. Over 30,000 businesses, including yours truly, trusts Ramp. So visit ramp.com/hub to learn more.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
This This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA.
Or busy or call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Tune into the next Celtics broadcast to find out which player really took care of business in the first half, sponsored by Cambridge Savings Bank. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC.
110 Grill in Hanover is the perfect place to get together with friends and family. Thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment, 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in Hanover today, or to find another location near you, head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
First quarter of Game 4 was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing of the full line of a vehicles Ford from America for America. In the first half has been brought to you by the Celtics three-point shooting. If we've said this once, we've said it 1,000 times. To beat the Celtics, you have to hold them around 32% or under from three to have a chance to beat them. If the Celtics were shooting that number right now, this would be a close game. Instead, Celtics are 10 of 16 from three, and they lead by 13, 48-35 Boston, with 7:31 to go in the first half.
Well, that played in round. It was a good thought, but just wait until Drew Holiday gets himself set against a guy like Payne. You can overpower him. Drew has physically can take him towards the hole.
The margin numbers have been dead even here. Rebounding, New York is a +1. Both teams have turned the ball over 6 times in the game. Celtics have gotten to the line more. Knicks have gotten more shots from the field because of the offensive rebounds. But, again, you just come back to the three-point shooting. That's the difference. Why do the Celtics shoot this many? And, by the way, the Celtics, who shot 60 in Game 1, 40 in Game 2, 40 in Game 3, they're on pace to get into the 50s, which is more of their normal number, and that is how they blew the Knicks out and how they swept the regular season series.
Right. Controlling the initial point of attack. Make sure you keep a body on Brunson.
Brunson returns. Knicks just -2 in his absence after falling behind by 11 in the 12 minutes he played. Tatum played into the second quarter. He is on the bench now. Mikal Bridges down the left side. Porzingis backpedaling. Bridges pull up, muscles it up and in. Porzingis gave him too much room. Bridges with some first half offense tonight. He's got 7. He's been big in the second half of these games. Drew Holiday steps behind the Porzingis screen. He's open 3 though. It's way short. And Towns grabs another rebound. That's 8 rebounds already for Karl Anthony Towns. New York with the ball down by 11. Hard screen. Robinson knocks Holiday to the floor. That allows Bridges to get to 8 feet. Misses the first shot, but not the second. Celtics getting killed on the offensive glass here by New York. 48-39. Boston by 9. 6:42 to go first half. Jaylen Brown moving to his right. Towns in front of him. When do you bring Tatum back? Jaylen Brown lines up Towns, switches to the left hand, drives around him, but misses the layup. Forced it. Knicks had the rebound. Here's Bridges exposing the ball, but he catches up to it and is able to throw back to Brunson. Whips to the open man. It's McBride for 3. Immediate timeout taken by Joe Mazzulla.
It's not good shots.
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. They're all 7, 8, 9-point runs. The latest is a 7-0 run for New York, and we got a 6-point game. 6:21 to go in the first half of Game 4. Boston 48, New York 42 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. Celtics basketball is brought to you by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. They put in the time to make sure you're taken care of, whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim. Your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit Amica.com to learn more.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
6 offensive rebounds for the Knicks. Second chance points, 11-2 in favor of New York. And the Knicks hanging right close, down by 6, 48-42. With 6:21 to go in the first half. But where would you rather be, the Madison Square Garden, or as Tina Fey up on the Jumbotron would say, I want to go to there. We are here tonight at the center of the sports world, and it's only a quarter and a half. We don't know which way this game is going to turn, but you can't ask for a more compelling start with both teams throwing big shots here and monster swings. 8-0 one way, 7-0 the other way.
See the ball, the push, the movement of the basketball by the Celtics has been good early on. But just continue to believe in the process of not trying to go one-on-one, and the Knicks are essentially giving you anything you want. But you got to clean that glass up. Too many offensive rebounds. Now I look at the numbers and you go, okay, how are you going to do this? Jaylen Brown has 3. I want Jaylen Brown to get like 10 rebounds today. I think that would be so good for the Celtics defensively.
Knicks finally got a good offensive half going, but still trail. 3-point shooting is the difference. Knicks starting to win the margins here with these rebounds. Tatum is back in the game. So is Derek White. Midway through the second quarter, Boston by 6. Derek White straight away moving to his left. Jalen Brunson in front of him. Porzingis sets the screen. Derek White moving to his right. Robinson is there. Goes left side. Jalen Brown, pretty good look. 3 is in the air. No good. Short. And the rebound for Mikal Bridges. And it has not been a great start here for Jaylen Brown. 48-42. Knicks trying to cut into the 6-point deficit. They go to Towns. Tatum can't get to the basketball. Towns spins around him. Scores off the glass. 9 straight for New York. They've cut it to 4. 48-44. Holiday, long lead. The hot hand is Derek White, but he's going to give it up to Tatum. He is open for a left side 3, and it's good. All net. The net is barely moving when Tatum is shooting tonight.
You can see the ball all the way to on the outside. Those 2 guys were open when Karl-Anthony Towns went down.
It's a matter of time. He's making 3s again, but a matter of time before he started making his 2s. He was only shooting 36% on 2s in the series, but he's 3 for 4 tonight. Brunson for Mitchell Robinson, hand back to Karl-Anthony Towns. Boston by 7. They made 11 threes. Towns drives baseline, runs over Derek White. Offensive foul. Towns is saying that Derek White was inside the circle, but if he is, the Knicks will challenge. And it doesn't look like they're going to.
He's waiting. Going right into the body.
So Mitchell Robinson comes out. 7th New York turnover, 3rd turnover for Karl-Anthony Towns. Brown, Tatum, and Towns have 3 turnovers in the first half. Boston by 7 on the ball, 5:08 to go until the break. Entry, Porzingis bobbles it, has it back, throws to the corner. Derek White catches, jumps back into a 3. It's no good. Porzingis offensive rebound. Goes back to Derek White, going to put it to the floor. Turn the corner, beat Towns, run it up. Won't bounce in, but he will get free throws.
Picked up another foul on Towns.
Yeah, he did. 3rd foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. Well, if that shot goes in, and it's a 3rd foul on Towns, that is disaster for New York. With still 4:58 to go in the first half. Now, Mitchell Robinson just came out. Tibbs did not want him in the game now, late in the half, but now he has to play because Towns has to come out with the 3 fouls.
Now, if you're the Celtics, what are you going to do?
Well, you only have 1 team foul. But as Derek White misses another free throw. Celtics have missed 4 free throws now in the first half. On the one hand, the hack isn't that attractive because you only have 1 team foul and you have to give away a bunch to get there. On the other hand, the Knicks have been more efficient offensively in the first half tonight than they have been in the series. So therefore, you have a better percentage chance with Mitchell Robinson shooting free throws and the Knicks running their regular offense. Then again, Towns is a big part of that, and he's now out of the game. Oh, Derek White almost missed the second one. It bounces in. Celtics lead by 8, 52-44. 4:53 to go in the first half. Brunson dribbles away from Derek White. Pump fake in the paint. Jaylen Brown shuts that off. Out it comes to Bridges. Bridges left-hand dribble. He attacks, gets in pretty deep, falls away on Porzingis. No good. Back iron rebound. Jaylen Brown's got it. That was Tatum who punched it to him. Drew Holiday, offensive end, looking for an opening. Drops back to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen kick out Porzingis. He is open. Right side three is no good, and the rebound belongs to Josh Hart. Away from the ball there, the reaction was to Porzingis running over Brunson. Fans wanted to foul there and didn't get it. They let him play on. Josh Hart shovels into the corner. Anunoby's three. He likes it. It's good. You just tell by the way that came off his fingertips that Anunoby liked it. He missed his first 2 shots tonight, but he is 3 of 5 now since, including a couple of threes. Boston by 5, 52-47. 4:07 to go until halftime. Drew Holiday down the left side against Mitchell Robinson. Spins, throws back out to Tatum. Tatum on the move. Over the shoulder, shovel pass. Gives Holiday an open three. Doesn't want it. He'll move it to the corner where Jaylen Brown's three is perfect. Extra pass, paying off.
Boy, they are finding the open man.
And here's the difference, Max. The Celtics had these same shots in Boston. They just missed them. In New York, they've been making them, and they're 12 of 22 from distance. 55-47. The Knicks have been much better offensively, but they still trail by 8. Brunson against Porzingis, falling way to his right. It's a three if it goes. It doesn't. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. Another offensive rebound. Open three for Bridges, no good. Celtics dodge one. Jaylen Brown has the rebound. Celtics going to have to clean up the glass here. Jaylen Brown driving on Mitchell Robinson. Gets in deep. Runs it off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound. Tapped home by Porzingis, but that won't count. It was Jaylen Brown who again was fouled and again will get free throw.
That time with the speed dribble. Didn't mess around. All of a sudden you saw Robinson coming up on him, and Robinson just hits him with the body slightly, but again, attacking and not slowing up.
What you have to love about the Boston offense here, it's been so efficient in the first half because they are both knocking down threes and they are getting free throws. The Celtics have taken 22 of their 32 shots from three, and yet they're going to get 13 free throws here. Of course, they got to make them as Jaylen misses another one. Boston now just 7 of 12 from the line. The Knicks, and this is going to be a big talking point, I promise you, free throws are 13-0 here. But the Knicks have not really been attacking the glass. They've been taking jump shots.
It's been a jump shooting team.
Jaylen bounces the second one in. Even the ones the Celtics have made have been a little dicey. 56-47. Boston by 9. 3:18 to go in the first half of Game 4. It smelled like a close game all day. Brunson, no look in the corner. Josh Hart wide open, but his three is no good. The rebound is going to come on the weak side to Mitchell Robinson. He gets fouled. Fans sarcastically. That, by the way, you were asking the other day, that is a Bronx cheer.
Did he?
Yeah, Porzingis just got the... Porzingis was moving Mitchell Robinson backwards like a tackling dummy.
He never turned and identified where the body was.
Just 2 team fouls here, so we're not in a hack situation. Josh Hart and Anunoby. Jaylen Brown trying to fight through the Josh Hart screen. Josh Hart goes down, but Anunoby's free. Open three is no good. Offensive rebound. Robinson, instead of a layup, he throws it all the way back out. They swing it around the horn. Josh Hart spins in the paint. Tough shot. Blocked from behind. Out of bounds by Jason Tatum. Knicks will keep it with 6 to shoot. Celtics are arguing for possession, but Max, here's what's going on. Mitchell Robinson is so paranoid about getting fouled, he is getting rid of the ball as soon as he touches it. That was a layup opportunity he gave up.
He had it, but you said just sometimes you're just scared.
Anunoby gets it in safe for the Josh Hart. Shot clock is at 4. Josh Hart, handoff Bridges, fall away left side three, short. Rebound belongs to Jaylen Brown. Celtics have numbers. Jaylen Brown, bad pass. Tatum's got it though. He and Brunson collide. Jaylen Brown picks up the ball. This is going to be a loose ball foul on Tatum. And that, all of that is on Jaylen Brown for the bad pass.
Yeah, but did you see that? It looked like he just threw his body right into Tatum. He's going to get the basketball. Whew. I'm talking about being physical. Tatum actually gave up on that play because it was such a bad pass.
It was a bad pass.
And then he saw he could get it, and then Brunson came over hitting with the body.
So the Celtics 5 missed free throws and 7 turnovers here. And the defense has not been as tight, nor has the rebounding, but they're still up by 9. Now we got another call going here. Which way? It's against the Celtics. Now, it's on Holiday. First on Holiday, but now you have 14 fouls. Now the Celtics can hack Robinson, and immediately Karl-Anthony Towns is going to the scorer's table here. Nope. They're going to get, I imagine they're going to bring a Chua in to come get Mitchell Robinson for these 30 seconds. Because you want Robinson out of the game so the Celtics can't hack. That's exactly what's happening. So Towns on the bench with 3. Robinson comes out so the Celtics can't hack him.
Well, you about to really roll the dice if you're bringing Karl-Anthony Towns in.
Brunson gets it in safe into Chua. Hand back to Jalen Brunson. New York with the ball down by 9. Brunson, left-hand dribble, push pass into the left corner. Hart up fakes, then kick out Anunoby. He's been hot. Pump fake, gets Jaylen Brown up in the air, drives, handoff underneath. Achua puts up an awkward shot, no good. Rebound Tatum, and that's where all the hacking paid off. Achua shouldn't be in this game to take that shot. Tatum, offensive end against Achua, deep on the left side, puts it in the left hand, spins on Achua, falls away in the baseline. Very tough shot, bounces out, offensive rebound. Porzingis gets inside out on Anunoby, deflects it up and in. Celtics by 11. Porzingis, a couple of big offensive rebound buckets here in the first half. Celtics lead 58-47. Brunson down the middle of the floor, runs it up in the left hand, no good. Great defense by Drew Holiday, and he's got the rebound. Drew Holiday racing into the front court, gets knocked down from behind. They don't call it. Derek White trying to handle loose ball. He does. He attacks and gets fouled while dishing to the corner, but New York is over the limit, so Derek White will get free throws. And if you don't think we are deep into a X's and O's battle in a playoff series right now, we are in the trenches of it.
Well, look at the fouls. I mean, the Knicks are throwing their body all over the place here. That was clearly a hack on the arm then.
However, I promise you at halftime what you're going to hear is the free throw attempts, which are about to be 15-zip.
Well, if you're the Knicks and you're not attacking the rim, what do you expect? You're shooting jump shots. You could have got fouled. Robinson going up around the basket, but you didn't go.
Derek White gets the first free throw, and after all of this craziness, the Celtics could end up with their largest lead here off this Derek White free throw. We have had violent swings in this game. Celtics led by 10 early. Knicks scored 11 straight. Then we had a 3 or 4 minute span, but the lead went back and forth. Celtics closed the first quarter 12-0. Knicks got the first 7 of the second quarter. It's been back and forth the whole half.
Let me tell you why Luke's coming in the game. If there's a pick and roll situation with Robinson, you're going to foul him here. You're going to foul Robinson.
Porzingis already has a foul. Cornette does not have one. I mean, you can't hack here, but obviously if you foul him in the course of the play, you foul him in the course of the play. Derek White is already missed. He's missed more free throws than he has threes in the first half. 4 of 5 from 3, 4 of 6 from the line. 16 points. Takes a long look at the second one. It's good. And the Celtics have scored 8 straight. They have their largest lead again, up by 13. This is where we've been throughout the half. Boston up between 4 and 13. This is the maximum here, 60-47 with a minute 34 to go in the half.
Robinson is taking himself out to play.
It's Jalen Brunson against Tatum. No shot available. Kick out Bridges. Bridges against Derek White. Celtics defending well here. Bridges going to have to make something happen. Drive baseline, shovel pass. Brunson gets the contact, misses the bank shot, but the Knicks draw a foul and get their first free throws with just 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's big.
Wow. There's no place to go then. Your Holiday, just keep your hands up.
Brunson's gotten Holiday a couple of times. Obviously, the signature one was at the end of game 2. But again, Joe Mazzulla will tell you, he will always take his guys being more aggressive than not. Rather have the mistakes made that way.
Porzingis about to come back in this game, especially for shooting. He's going to get one of these threes. He's looking here in a minute. And that was one of those times we said Mitchell Robinson was smart. The Knicks were smart. What they did, hid him in the corner. He never came out of that corner. He never came out of that corner. He did not want to smell, touch, taste the basketball at that particular time.
Brunson got the first free throw. You know what the narrative will be. I promise you, if for some reason you can't watch the halftime shows, this is what they're going to say. All the Knicks have to do is stay close, and then Jalen Brunson will carry them home in the fourth quarter. Brunson gets the free throw. 60-49, Boston by 11. Clock rolling, 117, 116, 115 to go in the first half. It's in the hands of Jason Tatum. He's got 18, Derek White 17 in the first half. Porzingis comes out, sets the high screen on Anunoby. Tatum goes quick, drives, attacks the paint, scoops it wildly. That got goaltended by Mitchell Robinson. He was a split second late to get there. Give Tatum the 2, and the Celtics lead by 13.
Making that change again.
Yep. Cornette coming back in.
Or they can't.
They couldn't get it done in time.
It wasn't a dead ball.
Not a dead ball. Well, if you are an X's and O's freak, you are loving this second. Brunson walks the dog, now picks it up. Clock starts rolling with 1:03 to go in the first half. Celtics lead by 13, 62-49. A 20-point first half for Jason Tatum. Mikal Bridges. Moving to his right. Horford waiting for him. He's going to drive baseline. Bridges step back in the paint. Floats a dangerous pass caught by Josh Hart. Hart shut off by Horford at 12 feet. Bounce pass. Bridges catches it on the run. Bounce pass underneath. Robinson stripped to the ball. Clean by Porzingis. He wasn't ready for that. Mitchell Robinson is out of his head right now. Celtics have him thinking too much. Tatum deep on the left side. Ball punched away by Hart. Tatum has it back. Celtics chance to take their largest lead. How about a crazy deep three as an air ball? Jason Tatum forced that because of the 2-for-1. Instead of just saying, let's get one good shot, he took a crazy three. And we talk about live ball turnovers. At least he threw the thing so far out of bounds that the Celtics can set their defense in. Differential on the two clocks is about 8.5 seconds. 21 seconds to go in the first half. New York with the ball down by 13. 11 points, 5 assists in the first half for Jalen Brunson. Gets the Hart screen. Now he's got Horford. That's who he wanted. Brunson falls down, but they're calling the foul on Horford. And now instead of Mitchell Robinson shooting free throws, Brunson will shoot free throws.
Wow. I mean, those are fouls like that I don't particularly like. What he did, he stepped on Al's foot. He stepped on Al's foot.
Did.
He does not. Never mind. Don't let me get upset. What are you making these go?
I can always tell when your friends and frenemies texting you has turned your emotion level up. Jalen Brunson gets the first free throw.
My emotion level is already up for this game. Just thinking about in a game and playing like this, I've done it before, of just the excitement that comes along with it and the emotion.
Jalen Brunson, 3 of 3. These are all 4 New York free throws that come for Brunson here at the end of the half. He's made all 4. That's an advantage, New York. Celtics 10 of 15 from the line. New York 4 of 4. Final 9 seconds, first half. Celtics by 11. Derek White started the game off, set the tone early. Hands to Jaylen Brown. Jalen step back on Josh Hart. Hart jumps into him. The 3 is no good at the buzzer. Jaylen Brown wanted a foul, didn't get it. They're saying Josh Hart avoided the contact, and that will do it for the first half. Celtics start strong again. The Knicks, though, answer repeatedly throughout the course of the half, and the Boston lead will be 11 at the break. Coming up, Joe Murray will, unfortunately, turn your radio down before he tells you about Tanner Happ's start in Detroit tonight. The unbelievable jump of the Dallas Mavericks to win the Cooper Flag Draft Lottery. He'll tell you all about it. And it's back here at Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks trying to put the Celtics in a 3-1 hole. They've got some work to do, down by 11 at the half. Boston 62, New York 51. Halftime of Game 4 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics, and me, Cedric Maxwell.
When you compete with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Earn your bachelor's degree online, quickly and affordably with UMass Lowell. Visit uml.edu/online.
Are you sick and tired of paying high prices for Continental tires? Then get to Town Fair Tire for the lowest price you'll find anywhere. Yes, the guaranteed lowest price on every Continental tire. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. Think about it. Why look anywhere else for Continental tires when Town Fair gives you the guaranteed lowest price plus free services for life? Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA.
all playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know 1 in 10 people in Massachusetts have unclaimed property? FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasurer's Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you're on the list. Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. And Cambridge Savings Bank. Put Cambridge Savings Bank into your small business starting lineup today. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
48-44, Holiday, long lead. The hot hand is Derek White, but he's going to give it up to Tatum. He is open for a left side three, and it's good. All net. The net is barely moving when Tatum is shooting tonight.
You see the ball all the way on the outside. Those two guys were open when Karl Anthony Towns went down.
All right, welcome into Celtics halftime. I'm Joe Murray, and well, that was the player taking care of business in the first half, and it's Jason Tatum, presented by Cambridge Savings Bank, taking care of business. Stars with a great team. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first, so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. Well, how about the Celtics scoring 62 first half points? 39 in the first, 23 in the second. They held New York to 28 and 23, both in the first half. A couple of things off the top. We mentioned Jason Tatum. 20 minutes, 8 for 13. He's 4 of 7 from downtown. Not only does he have 20 points, he's got 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Literally doing everything for the Celtics here. In the first half, he's been absolutely outstanding. Just to give you some other team numbers, Celtics are shooting 12 of 24 from 3. They've also gone to the free throw line 15 times. New York has only been there 4. Celtics have only made 10 of those 15. Now, who got the Celtics going in this one? It was Derek White in his 18 minutes. He started 4 for 5 from downtown. He's been to the free throw line 7 times. He's hit 5 of them. He's got an assist in this one. He's a first half plus 11. 17 points, including this basket.
Drew Holiday, stop and start, blows right by Karl Anthony Towns, then kicks out to the wing. Jaylen Brown finds the open man. It's Tatum. He waits for Josh Hart to sail by, then throws out, finds the hot hand, and Derek White hits another one. What were you saying?
Find Derek White.
Yeah, Max was all over that. Find Derek White. He's been finding the matchups. 17 first half points. Jaylen Brown has had his struggles. He's played 19 minutes. He's 3 for 5 from the field. He has hit 2 threes. He's missed 2 free throws. But he's rebounding the basketball. He has 6. He has 2 assists. The turnovers are where they hurt. He's got 4 first half turnovers in this one. Between him and Tatum, there's 7 first half turnovers. They account for all of the Celtics' first half turnovers in this one. But Jaylen Brown might be getting hot here after this basket.
Tatum on the move, over the shoulder, shovel pass, gives Holiday an open 3, doesn't want it. He'll move it to the corner where Jaylen Brown's 3 is perfect. Extra pass, paying off.
Boy, they are finding the open man.
They're making the extra pass, no doubt about it. One of the guys who made an extra pass in the first half was Drew Holiday. No points, but he's played 20 minutes. He's been everywhere. Does have 2 fouls. Al Horford hit a 3. He's got 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Story is, though, the Celtics bench so far in this one, they've at least outscored New York 10-8. 5 points by Kristaps Porzingis in his 14 minutes and 4 rebounds, and Peyton Pritchard 2 for 4 from the field in this one, which makes it 62-51. Celtics looking to even the series. We will get your Sports Hub headlines, tell you what else happened in the NBA lottery and what's going on with the Boston Red Sox. It's not good. But you know what is good? The Celtics leading 62-51 at halftime. I'm Joe Murray. We'll get your Sports Hub headlines next here on the BetMGM. Oh, real quick, why don't we do some Live Nation? I forgot to mention this. Live Nation, the music of the game. Yeah, that's the weekend, everybody. Brought to you by Live Nation. Global Superstar of the Weekend presents After Hours Till Dawn. It's the tour with Playboy, Cardi, and Mike Dean live at Gillette Stadium on June 11th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll have more on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. For rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Are interest rates keeping you from getting a new home or refinancing your existing home? At Clinton Savings Bank, we offer a wide range of mortgage programs, including our 5-1 adjustable rate product with a rate as low as 6.125%. This low rate is fixed for the next 5 years. Call John Ryan or Steve Turbide today and let them walk you through the mortgage process. Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable. Silverado. Adventurous, fun, techie. Trailblazer. Stylish, nimble. Tracks. Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Hey, small business owners, listen up. There's a team rooting for your success at Cambridge Savings Bank. They're ready to listen, understand, and support your vision every step of the way. Visit CambridgeSavings.com, member FDIC.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Well, scoreboard from around the league, presented by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Well, the NBA draft lottery has happened, and the Dallas Mavericks will get the number 1 pick in the draft. Utah will get the 5th pick, Charlotte 4th, 76ers 3rd, and San Antonio the 2nd. Later on tonight, Warriors trail 2-1. They host Minnesota at home. And the Red Sox, well, it's not a great night. 14-1 they trail top of the 8th inning. Tanner Houck, a brutal performance. 2 1/3, 11 earned, 3 walks. Not good. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 50% of an extra after oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second half's next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market is saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll get $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right, use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door will be ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time. Shop online.
Winter is finally behind us, so it's time for your car to get a spring refresh. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get your car ready for all your spring and summer adventures. Their services are done while you remain in your vehicle, and no appointment is needed. Stop in whenever you have 15 minutes to spare. Plus, get ahead of summer heat with a quick air conditioning system recharge. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save on your next visit and see your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of sunny days ahead.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ!
42 for Paul Pierce.
A three-pointer for Danny Ainge!
KG is locked and loaded tonight.
Play by Bird!
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
8 seconds left. We will be talking to you from the dressing room when this is over. Fritz Williams lays it in. All right, now Garrett steals the ball. 1 second. And he misses, and that's it. It's history. The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship in 1974. The final score here at Milwaukee. Boston 102, Milwaukee 87.
A game that sort of forecasts history as far as home court not mattering. Milwaukee winning Game 6 of the NBA Finals in overtime at Boston Garden. Then they had the 7th game on their home floor at the Mecca with Kareem in 1974. And Tommy Heinsohn devised the defense that Dave Cowens played against Kareem in that game. They made somebody else beat him. They could not. And 51 years ago tonight, after the Celtics had beaten the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals 51 years ago, the last time the Celtics and Knicks met in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Celtics would win the championship in 1974, their first title in 5 years. In fact, the road team won the last 4 games of that series. And who knows, we could have a series here in which the road team wins the first 4 games. Famous Boston-New York series like the '86 World Series. That's what happened. The road team won the first 4. It is the Celtics leading by 11. But right now, I don't want to say it doesn't really feel like Game 1 or Game 2, but it doesn't feel like Game 3 either, as the Knicks have shown signs of life offensively. They have won a couple of the margins, including the offensive rebounding battle. The Knicks feel like every night, as long as they stay close, they're going to win the game at the end. The Celtics had a chance to take a bigger lead. They missed some free throws, committed some turnovers, didn't get defensive rebounds. 11 points. You'd rather be up 11 than down 11, but the Celtics know what is potentially waiting for them on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, the thing they have to do is just get out and continue to play your game. Be focused, be disciplined, and stay with your principles. Rebounding the basketball is always the key, I think, on the defensive end, because the Knicks are sending multiple guys towards the rim.
The Knicks have led for less than 14 minutes in this series. Less than 7% of the series, the Knicks have been in front. Boston with the ball going right to left. We're in the home white here in New York, leading by 11. Jaylen Brown had an up and down first half. Most to Derek White, who got this game started by knocking down threes, but he misses here. Offensive rebound, Drew Holiday. They swing it around to Jaylen Brown. He blows right by Josh Hart, gets to the cup, and lays it in on the right side. Celtics by 13.
Well, second chance opportunities. What makes you laugh sometimes makes you doggone cry.
64-51. Boston by 13. 30 seconds into the third quarter as they just make their way back to their seats here in New York. Jalen Brunson straight away. Got a second game of that doubleheader with Minnesota and Golden State later. Jalen Brunson moves to the right side. Towns going to drive. Horford takes the paint away. So the kick out to Hart. Hand to Bridges. Bridges stutter steps his way to the low block. Steps through Tatum. Scoops it up and in.
Yeah, but just as the shot clock was about to go off.
The Celtics ran him off the three-point line, but they didn't have anybody protecting the paint. Tatum for Jaylen Brown left side. Boston by 11. A minute into the second half. Jaylen Brown against Karl Anthony Towns. Tatum setting the screen here. A little two-man game for them. Jalen gets in deep, floats it up, blocked easily by Bridges. And here comes Brunson. Jalen forced that one. Now Jalen Brunson against Tatum. Right-hand dribble into the paint. Tatum stays with him the entire way, forces Brunson to the outside. Brunson to the corner to Josh Hart. They want to go into Towns against Derek White, the smaller man. Towns turns on him, falls down, scoring the foul. Nope. Wait a second. What does Scott Foster call? Looks like scoring the foul, but Scott Foster made an unusual hand signal.
Carl Alvin Towns just split two defenders.
Now, I'm wondering if they called that on Holiday. That's what the confusion was. Yeah, it's on Drew Holiday, and that's big because that's a third foul on Holiday and not the first on Derek White. That's what the hesitation was from Scott Foster. So every time 13 has been the unlucky number. As soon as the Celtics get the lead to 13, the Knicks have been chipping away at it. They score 5 straight here. And the Boston lead is 8, 64-56. Jason Tatum deep on the left side against Anunoby. Boy, this has just smelled like a close game all day. It looks like that's where we're headed. Tatum moving to his right, bounce pass to the cutter. Holiday scores with the left hand, his first points of game 4. Great pass from Jason Tatum.
Little one-handed pass through the middle.
20.6 rebounds, 3 assists for Tatum. Drew Holiday is on the board. Boston by 10. 66-56. Jalen Brunson deep on the left side against Jaylen Brown into the corner. Anunoby against Derek White. Drives baseline, goes cross court. Al Horford got his big right hand out and slapped it away out of bounds. That sort of smoothed the force of the pass, moved his arm backwards, and he's sort of stretching out his elbow to make sure he's okay.
Josh Hart was out there for a three-pointer.
Brunson under out of bounds. Lobs it, caught by Towns. Two-hand slam. He got in behind Drew Holiday. Brunson was patient. Towns started to put up some numbers tonight. He knew that was coming. 15 points, 8 rebounds. Boston with the ball leading by 8. We're early in the third quarter of game 4. Tatum deep on the left side against Anunoby. Horford sets the screen. Tatum moving to his right. Brunson will tag on him, but he frees him on the right side for a 3. Jalen Brunson just token defense. Nobody got out on Tatum, and he knocks down his 5th 3 of game 4.
That play continues to be wide open.
Boston by 11. Derek White bodies Jalen Brunson, who runs it up with that left hand. No good. Rebound Horford. Quick outlet Derek White. Celtics trying to run 3-on-3. Derek White, offensive end. Hart reaches in, punches the ball away. Comes away with it, falls down, gets to the Towns. Clean steal, but Tatum runs the passing lane, steps in front of Anunoby and picks it off the other way. Moves it to the left corner for a Derek White 3.
Ooh, that's a killer, man. That's absolutely a killer. You make a steal like that in the open court. Tatum is doing it all right now.
He has been brilliant on both ends of the floor, and how many Tatum defensive plays have turned into offensive points for the Celtics here in Game 4. Timeout, Tom Thibodeau. 9:05 to go in the third quarter of Game 4. Boston 72, New York 58 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA.
Or busy or call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hey everyone, this is Adam from Central 44 Jeep Dodge Ram of Raynham. This month only, we're giving everyone Employee Plus pricing. Drive home a 2024 Ram 2500 regular cab for just $46,795. That's a massive $10,000 in savings. We're just minutes from anywhere, so it's the ultimate time to upgrade your ride. But hurry in. These prices disappear after the event ends. From our driver to yours, Central 44 Raynham.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats, you'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
The Pianta Dulce Baking Company is a local fourth-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Pianta Dulce Baking Company.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every three-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer. Up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
I'm laughing as ESPN now has the Celtics win probability at over 90% for this game. And Celtic fans everywhere are laughing at that, saying, really? Really? Have you watched this series? Celtics do have their largest lead right now, 72-58, up by 14 early in the third quarter. And they have it because Jason Tatum right now is trending to one of the great nights of his career.
That's why, to me, it's a different feel for this game. Every time the Celtics have needed something, Jason Tatum has done it not only on the offensive end, but defensively. Stepping through, making steals. The last time came down. Before he would have forced that. This time patient, waited until you had a shooter in the corner, wide open. Derek White, wide open, able to knock down the jump shot. Beautifully done. Derek White so far, 20 points on this game. In this game.
Tatum and Derek White have each made 5 threes with each one. Kelly's Roast Beef will donate $33 to one mission helping kids fight cancer. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way, proud to be local, always original. This has been the story of the game. Celtics get the lead to 14. The Knicks go on a 6-0 run or an 8-0 run, do a lot of good stuff. And then as soon as it seems like they have the momentum, Jason Tatum makes a play, and the Celtics push the lead back. Celtics led by 10 right out of the gate here, and this is pretty much where we've been throughout the night. Boston up between 6 and 14, which is where it is now, 72-58. 8:53 to go third quarter. Jalen Brunson, left side. With the right-hand dribble, he's thinking about the three. They run away from him. They force him to take an open shot. He does, and he drills it.
How does he get open between a couple of guys?
Great question. Celtics got crossed up. They ran away from the wrong guy. They gave him the Josh Hart treatment. Brunson's got 16. He will get 30 tonight. I promise you that. 72-61. Tatum moving to his right. Jalen Brunson this time stays in front of Tatum. He kind of tagged him last time. He gave Tatum the open three. Shot clock down to 5. Tatum finds Derek White. Up fakes on Bridges. Drives to the elbow. His jumper. Back iron. Spits it out. And the rebound is the ninth for Karl-Anthony Towns. Brunson dribbles around Al Horford. Gets in deep. Scoops it up and in. 5 quick points for Jalen Brunson. And here we go again. All night has been the exact same thing. Celtics go up by 14. Knicks make a run. 72-63. Boston by 9. 7:57 to go in the third. Back and forth we go. Jason Tatum straight away against Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns puts that big right hand up in front of Tatum, who lines him up and takes the deep three over him. It's no good. The rebound for Josh Hart. I wasn't crazy about that one. Josh Hart, offensive end. Bumps to Drew Holiday, throws it back to Brunson. He's got a good look. It's a three. It's no good, but Jaylen Brown fouled him.
What they're going to say, this might be landing path. I think this is what this could be.
They're definitely going to look at it. This could be a calamitous mistake by Jaylen Brown, although I'm not sure you're getting that because Jaylen Brown planted his foot before Brunson landed.
To be able to meet the criteria for a flagrant foul.
It's the voice of Scott Foster. They are certainly right to look at it. Brunson sailed a long way forward. We'll see. This is a big play with Boston up by 9 and 7:39 to go in the third.
It is. I mean, because you're just standing there and Brunson comes in and it didn't look like, you know, he put his foot out to stand. He was away from him and you go into him. Now, shouldn't be.
At some point in the next hour or so, the Celtics are going to need Jaylen Brown to make some plays.
Yeah.
It's not been a great game for him. Derek White and Jason Tatum have carried the mail. Porzingis had a couple of big offensive rebounds. Drew Holiday's been solid defensively.
If anything, if you're him, you run by him. You don't even run closer, you just run by him. Just try to distract his vision.
Here we go.
After review, it's been determined that the call on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1. For the defender for having a reckless closeout and not allowing the shooter, Jalen Brunson, to land safely. He'll shoot 3. They'll retain possession of the ball.
Ooh, big play.
Disaster The disastrous foul committed by Jaylen Brown. It was close. Now Brunson, remember, we'll keep an eye. That left ankle obviously landed on Jaylen Brown. Had turned the ankle. Earlier he stepped on Al Horford and turned his ankle. So the Knicks get the 3 free throws, but they will also get the ball back, and they're already on a 5-0 run. Now Brunson has to shoot the 3 free throws with nobody at the line. He will have taken, when this is over, 7 of the 8 New York free throws here in Game 4. First one bounces in.
Before you were talking about how the Knicks hadn't gotten any free throws. And eventually, in a game like this, things kind of balance their way out. Now the Knicks starting to attack the rim a little bit more. When you attack the rim a little bit more, good things happen for you. Brunson knocks down the second of 2. Third one, and you get the ball back. How many points do you get out of this is going to be huge.
5, 6. In these games, which, again, I know the Celtics have been up most of the night, but you just felt from the start of the night until now this is going to come down to the end. Brunson misses the third, much to the disbelief of everybody here in the building, but the Knicks on a 7-0 run, and they get the ball back down by 7. We got 2 points on this possession plus whatever they get here.
I'd like to get Porzingis back in this game. He's done a lot of positive things.
Bridges, as Derek White slides his feet in front of him. Full shot clock here for New York. Bridges just takes it. He forces one and hits it from 10 feet away over Derek White. A 9-0 New York run. Boston lead quickly down to 5, 72-67. Ball in the hands of Derek White, deep on the left side against Brunson. Derek White bounce pass for Al Horford straight away. Towns reaches for the ball. Shot clock at 9. They move it back to Derek White. He's open, hesitates, and knocks down a 3 anyway. How can they keep leaving Derek White wide open? He's made 6 threes tonight in Game 4.
Defense is really focusing right now on Tatum.
Celtics by 8, 75-67. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Bridges moves it back right side to Brunson against Al Horford. That's the matchup Brunson wants. Turns the corner at the baseline. Derek White helps Brunson. No look shuttle pass. Dropped by Hart. He has it back. Throws to the corner. Bridges 3. No good on the move. Offensive rebound. Hart kick out. Picked off again by Jason Tatum. He will go the distance. Slam it home with 2 hands. A pick 2 for Jason Tatum, who's playing the defensive game of his life tonight in Game 4.
Man, read the eyes of the guy passing.
77-67. Boston by 10. Brunson, left-hand dribble coming strong, scoops, and scores. 77-69. Boston by 8 and the ball. 6:21 to go in the third. Drew Holiday. Handoff. Jaylen Brown spins away from Josh Hart, who fell down. Jaylen over the shoulder pass. It gets to Holiday. Holiday throws the shoulder into Josh Hart. Hart holding his ground. Holiday forces a tough fall away. No good. Not a good shot. Towns, double-double now. 15 points, 10 rebounds. New York with the ball down by 8. Holiday dogging Hart, who gives it up to Towns. Towns right-hand dribble drive, goes past Horford and lays it in. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. 13-5 New York run. Every time the Celtics land a punch tonight, New York has countered it. 5:58 to go. Third quarter of Game 4. Boston 77, New York 71. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Boston Celtics basketball is proudly sponsored by Amica Insurance. When it comes to protecting the life you built, trust your insurance needs to Amica's award-winning service. At Amica, they put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim. As you cheer on the Celtics, visit Amica.com to learn more and get a quote today.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at Golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Who
Who sells Continental tires for less than Town Fair Tire? Nobody. Who has a better selection of Continental tires than Town Fair Tire? Nobody. And who gives you more free services for the life of those Continental tires? Nobody. Town Fair Tire has over 100 locations and over 600,000 tires in stock, all at the guaranteed lowest price. And that's why we say nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, it's Felger here to talk about Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that our finance team uses here at the Sports Hub, so you know they're a big deal. Ramp handles all the tedious financial nonsense you don't want to do, so you can focus on things that actually matter. With Ramp, you submit your receipts in seconds. Your finance team will love it, and your team will love it too. And for a limited time, when you sign up for Ramp, you will receive a bonus of $250. So visit ramp.com/hub and start saving time and eliminating expense headaches today.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Bravo picking up, tension picking up, nerves picking up as well. All pretty obvious here as the Celtics lead has been cut to 6, 77-71 midway through the third. You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. Game 5, as you know, will be an early start Wednesday night in Boston. Will the Knicks be trying to close out the Celtics and advance to their first conference final in 25 years? Or will the Celtics tonight in New York snatch home court advantage back? And this will become a best of 3. If you thought this was a tough ticket the first 4 games of the series, wait for the next one in Game 5. And assuming we're back here Friday for a Game 6, I can't even imagine.
Well, the thing that you're having so far, as you said, I like what the Celtics are getting right now from Jason Tatum.
Tatum has been amazing tonight. Derek White's been really good. But the Knicks, we told you a big offensive game was coming for them, and it has to this point. Porzingis back in the game to replace Al Horford. Pritchard in there as well. Derek White, Anderson Tatum. Pressured by Bridges, so he's going to bring it back out. Tough pass for him to handle. 5 to the shot clock. Tatum throws the shoulder into Bridges, elevates, falls away. Very tough 17-footer in between 2 New York defenders is good. And Jason Tatum has been beyond brilliant tonight in Game 4. He's the reason the Celtics are up by 8 and not down by 8. 79-71. 27.6 rebounds, 4 assists for Jason Tatum. Got at least 3 steals as well. In the corner, Brunson gets away from Derek White, steps to his left, and hits the 3. It's down to 5.
Derek White overran the play.
Knicks scored 23 points in the second quarter. They've got 23 already in the third. Their best offensive quarter of the series. Jaylen Brown down the right side. He got a step on Hart. Gets in deep, goes off the window and in. That first step, they could not catch up to him. 81-74. Need a lot more than that from Jaylen Brown. Just like that. 16-6 now for Jaylen Brown. Boston by 7. Brunson puts the big body on Derek White. Finds Josh Hart. Hart driving. Porzingis takes the rim away. Hart kicks out to Brunson. Straight away 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound Tatum. Good box out on Towns.
Never even jumped to get that basketball.
Tatum into the front court against Bridges. Lobs it for Porzingis. Free throw line. Bad kick out. Picked off by Bridges. Jaylen Brown slows him down. Pritchard coming from the backside. Knocks the ball away, but he knocked it away out of bounds. So the Celtics slow down the fast break off the live ball turnover. But the Knicks get it, but they'll have to operate from the under out of bounds.
Well, Tatum. Well, Pritchard almost had that basketball coming from behind. Almost made a Derek White steal.
Turnovers about even in this game. Jalen Brunson under out of bounds. It's safe in a Towns. 19-footer swish. Too much room for him. 81-76. Boston by 5. Towns, 19 points, 10 rebounds. Knicks having a big third quarter offensively. 10 of 13 from the floor, and Anunoby just runs over Porzingis, knocks him down, trying to fight through the screen. First team foul on New York. Again, the same tackling dummy foul that Porzingis was called for on Mitchell Robinson earlier in the game.
Anunoby just running right through him. Porzingis made it happen by hooking him too, though.
This has been an NFL game tonight. Tatum, side out of bounds. They give him plenty of room to get it in. Pritchard trying to pop free. Derek White finally does. Shot clock at 11. Celtics by 5. Derek White, left side of the floor against Karl Anthony Towns. Push pass for Tatum. Up fakes the 3 on Anunoby. Drives into the paint, turns, falls away. Very tough shot. Got another one.
Gosh. Oh.
They can't run that Superman commercial enough tonight. Brunson gets in deep, steps through, bounce pass to the corner. Anunoby, open three, no good. Rebound, comes all the way out to Brunson. He turns, attacks, scoops, and scores.
How can you let the smallest guy get those rebounds?
And now the difference from earlier in the game, the Knicks are scoring easy and the Celtics are scoring hard. But Tatum has carried them to a 5-point lead, but the Celtics going to have to find it quick because momentum is all on the side of New York. Tatum with Towns in front of him. Dribbling between his legs, steps to his right, three in the air, circles the rim spits it out into the hands of Anunoby, and the Knicks can make it a one-possession game. Josh Hart racing into the front court. Jaylen Brown reaches out, got his hand on the ball, but they're calling the foul. And Josh Hart was pretty deep in the paint, so I imagine he's going to get free throws. He will.
He will. This time, he was coming. And Brown has to understand that he's dribbling that basketball for a reason, to get into rhythm, to get towards the hole. He loves going to his left.
The telltale game 4 of this fascinating series on the game's greatest stage appears to be headed for a finish that we are going to be talking about for a very long time. Josh Hart misses the first free throw. The Knicks have cooled the Celtics off from 3. The question is, can the Boston Celtics win a close game in this series? That's what's going to decide. Can they beat Captain Clutch in crunch time? Josh Hart gets 1 of 2. Boston's 14-point lead is now 4. 83-79. Celtics with the lead and the ball. 3:08 to go in the third quarter of game 4. Derek White for Jason Tatum. Deep on the right side against Anunoby. Tatum holding it. That shot clock getting low now every time down. Pritchard has not been much of a factor here in game 4. He lobs it towards Porzingis. Porzingis catches falling away in the baseline. Tough shot, no good. Rebound Towns. Porzingis wanted to foul and Hart, not enough contact there. Bridges races into the front court. Pull up three is no good. Rebound eludes Tatum. Anunoby saves it. Anunoby turns, drives in the paint, then kicks out to the wing. Brunson up, fakes the three on Derek White. It's not there. Good defense here, but the Celtics have to play a lot of it. Brunson turns, fades, hits.
Boy, they are hitting them with the body. They are knocking people around. Woo!
And the lead is down to 2. Couldn't happen any other way. 2:34 to go in the third quarter of game 4. Boston leads 83-81.
Well, if it's a war you want, it's a war you're going to get. The Celtics right now not rebounding the basketball. 2-minute second chance opportunities. We're talking about Brunson getting inside and out, putting that body on you, knocking you away. And the thing about Brunson, to be so small, he is so physical. So physical.
As the Knicks have put together their best offensive quarter of the series. Easily. Told you a big offensive game was coming for New York, and it is exactly played out that way. The Knicks have been held under 1.06 points per possession. Forget the actual math. They've been held at that level for 3 straight games. It only happened once to this team all year long, and that was when Brunson got hurt on the West Coast trip in March. They're trying to make it 4 straight, and that has not happened. The Knicks have not been under that number 4 straight games since November of 2021. But Jason Tatum has been beyond brilliant for the Celtics here in game 4, but he has got to get some help beyond Derek White.
Yeah, Derek White can't be the only one out there. Porzingis has to get inside out. If he's going to get fouled, he has to go towards the rim using that size of his.
Porzingis has averaged 18 minutes a game in the series. Or I should say through 3 games, he's averaged 22 minutes a game in the series. He's played 17 tonight.
Luke is now in this game.
We've not seen Mitchell Robinson here in the third quarter. Celtics have played him off the floor. Luke Cornett and Derek White. Boston lead is 2. Jaylen Brown is out of the game. Tatum has played the entire quarter. Derek White pull up on Towns. 3 going to come up short. Rebound. Cornett got a hand on it. Comes down to Josh Hart. They're calling a foul on New York here.
Anunoby this time just kind of hooked his man. Anunoby came in, hit him with the body on the backside.
I'm not sure about that one. But the Celtics will get it back. It's outside the final 2 minutes. Tatum takes the handoff back from Cornett. Straight away 3, no good. Long rebound. Jalen Brunson comes up with it. Knicks winning all the loose balls. They can tie or better on this trip. Brunson zigzags to the free throw line, brings it out near half court. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Knicks looking for the tie or the lead on a Brunson three. It is no good. The rebound slapped away from Luke Cornett, out of bounds by Bridges. Boston will hang on to the lead to get the ball back. Up by 2 with 1:55 to go in the third.
Wow. Good-looking shot, though. But, boy, every defensive rebound is a battle. Celtics aren't cleaning the glass up.
It's just felt inevitable that New York is going to take the lead at some point. It's just a matter of what happens then. 29 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals for Jason Tatum. He's got it out at half court. Minute 40 to go in the third. Shot clock already down to 6. Tatum steps to his left, forces the straightaway 3. Air ball. Derek White saves it. Out to the wing. Horford returns to Derek White for a corner 3. It's no good. And Bridges has the rebound. Celtics are running too much time off that clock. They've gone out of their early offense. Josh Hart, free throw line. Looking around, has time, returns on to Towns, up fakes and gets a foul on Tatum. That's going to be on the floor. Towns made the shot. But visions here of a Larry Johnson 4-point play are going to quickly come back to reality as that foul was called well before the shot.
The Celtics 4 fouls here.
Well, that's because this is the first foul in the final 2 minutes. So now you can't put Mitchell Robinson back in the game if you're New York. Knicks have had a couple of chances to tie or better. Another chance here with 1:21 to go in the third. Brunson straight away against Derek White. It's Josh Hart screen, moves to his left. White stays in front of him. Brunson right-hand dribble, free throw line. Exposes the ball near Tatum, but he keeps it, turns, fades at 12 feet. Jumper's good. Tie game.
Woo. And he gets where he wants to go.
25-11 is the New York run to tie. Here comes Tatum racing right past Karl-Anthony Towns, and they trip him as he got in very deep. Tatum took a hard fall because he was going full speed when he got tripped. Tatum is on his back, his hands up at his forehead.
Give him a shot here.
Yeah, Hart reached his foot out and tripped him. Yeah, he had started his shooting motion. He's going to walk to the free throw line. He should get free throws here. The question is he okay? He fell forward hard on his front.
On that wrist and kind of grabbed at it. A great play by Tatum then, accelerating. The defense was back, but they weren't set then.
Now, you also got a 4th foul there on Josh Hart. Jaylen Brown is out of the game with 4. First free throw bounces in for Tatum. Celtics regain the lead for the moment with 58 seconds to go in the third.
Boy, do you love this big stage. Ooh, do you love it.
Good as it gets. You won't hear anybody talk about the TV ratings when they come in tomorrow. Jason Tatum gets the free throws here, 85-83. Boston by 2. Knicks with the ball. Brunson walking the dog. Clock will start now. 56, 55, 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. Knicks with the ball down by 2. Jalen Brunson straight away. Moving to his left. Behind the Josh Hart screen. Cornette in front of him. Brunson will attack. Pull up baseline. Floats it no good. Offensive rebound. Hart can't tap it home. Celtics have it underneath. Derek White getting muscled. And is called for traveling. They're giving the ball back to New York. Derek White got the rebound, but never really had his balance under the basket. Didn't want to throw it away. And they call traveling. Celtics bench looking at it. They're not going to do anything, but they will get Drew Holiday back in here.
At that point, though, why didn't you just call a timeout if you trap like that on the baseline? Possessions are key. You got to rebound.
Scott Foster will hand it to Jalen Brunson on the far side. In front of the Boston bench, inbounds to Josh Hart. Hand back to Brunson. Drew Holiday will defend. Full shot clock here for New York. Brunson down the middle of the floor. Kick to the corner. Anunoby open. Tatum a late challenge, but Anunoby hits the 3 anyway. And the Knicks have the lead. What did I tell you during the break? I said, I bet my house New York's going to get the lead at some point, and they have. 86-85. 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. 10 on the shot clock, 18 on the game clock. Every possession matters. Tatum against Towns. Tatum steps to his left, rocks the 3. No good. Back iron. He's gone cold. Rebound belongs to Bridges. He gets to the Josh Hart. 8 seconds. Plenty of time. Hart into the front court. Derek White backpedaling. Hart diving in. Puts it off the window and in. Knicks by 3. 2.5 on the clock. Tatum inbound. It's in the hands of Pritchard. That's the guy they want. Pritchard across half court. Launches and banks it just wide. And that will do it for the third quarter. Even though they won the 2 games in Boston, New York just staged its best quarter of the series by far. Knicks trailed by 11 at the end of 1. They trailed by 11 at halftime, but now the New York Knicks, 25 years from their last conference final, are 12 minutes away from a 3-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Semifinals. End of 3 in Game 4 at Madison Square Garden. New York 88, Boston 85 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Strawberries, blueberries are fresh in and on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get 1 pound strawberries or pint blueberries for just $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Yes, it's a very good time to get fresh strawberries and blueberries. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, sale ends soon. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Earn your bachelor's online with UMass Lowell and grow your career options and earning power. You can easily transfer credits and accelerate your success. Begin May 19th with UMass Lowell.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
110 Grill in Athol is the perfect place to get together with friends and family. Thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment, 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in Athol today, or to find another location near you, head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
To the fourth quarter we go at Madison Square Garden. The telltale quarter in the telltale game that will likely decide how this Eastern Conference Semifinal series will end. We have no earthly idea. I'm not changing my mind now. I said 2 hours ago, whoever wins this game tonight, everyone is going to grant this series. But regardless of what is about to happen over the next 12 minutes of basketball, well, I have a feeling we're going to remember it forever. It will not decide the series. It just feels like it right now. A 30-13 close to the third quarter for the New York Knicks. They come from 14 down to grab the lead. 88-85. The Knicks came from behind twice in Boston to take the 2-0 lead, and now for the Celtics to return to Boston in a 2-2 series. They are going to have to do the same. They're going to have to come from behind in the fourth quarter. Jason Tatum cooled off in the final few minutes of that third quarter, but he has got to get some help.
Yeah, somebody has to step up, and Brown is the guy. Brown back in this game.
With 4 fouls.
Roll the dice if you're going to go.
Josh Hart going to play with 4 too. All right, New York with the ball up by 3. Here we go in the fourth quarter. Mikal Bridges gets a screen from Mitchell Robinson, who's playing early in quarters tonight. Bridges steps back away from Derek White and hits from 12 feet. Mikal Bridges in the second half in this series has been amazing. 14-2 is the New York run, their largest lead of Game 4, up by 5, 90-85. We are 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Right now, if you're sticking up, Jaylen Brown at the free throw line. Pump fake, doesn't want to force it. Throws a bad bounce pass. Pritchard barely gets to it. Pritchard spins away from Josh Hart. Attacks the paint. Got bumped by Hart. They got to call something. Gets a foul. Pritchard clearly traveled, but I thought Hart forced him into it. Now, the Knicks might consider challenging only to see if they can get a call on Pritchard maybe, because that's the 5th foul on Josh Hart. Unless they called it on Robinson, which I think they did.
Wow, they're giving them 2 shots?
Well, he was turning. It says they called it on Robinson and not Hart. Pritchard was facing Robinson. He landed, and then with the collision, that could have easily gone the other way. This could be a break for the Celtics. Pritchard will get free throws here with Boston down 5, 38 seconds into the fourth.
Boy, that was a shaky pass in by Brown.
Those free throw is good. Want to know what it's like to wear the title belt, to be at the top of the mountain when you got 29 of the team shooting at you. This is what it feels like. Pritchard calmly knocks down the free throws. 90-87, New York by 3. It feels like they're way up, but of course they're not, because it was the Celtics that had the lead all night until the final minutes of the third. 90-87 is the New York lead. Brunson out of the game now, so is Tatum. Mikal Bridges behind the Robinson screen. Gets away from Derek White, falls away, tough shot is good. Oh, Mikal Bridges over and over again in this series has made second half plays. 92-87, New York by 5. Derek White turns the corner. Cornette running to the rim. Derek White didn't see him. Kicks out to Jaylen Brown instead. Jaylen left-hand dribble drive on Towns. Finger roll up and good.
That could have been a foul. Towns kind of went under it.
92-89. Celtics trying to hold the fort here until Jason Tatum can come back in. Tatum's played 32 minutes tonight in Game 4. Boston down by 3.
Same play, pick and roll.
Robinson sets it for Bridges. Bridges lines up Luke Cornette. 8 on the shot clock. Now Derek White comes out to help. Bridges, bounce pass, threads the needle to Josh Hart. Hart steps back to the free throw line. Jumper is short, rebound, punched in the air twice, but Pritchard's got it. Boston with the ball down by 3. Here's Jaylen Brown up the right side. Runs into Josh Hart. Ball goes out of bounds. Which way?
Wow.
Yeah, they call a foul.
On Hart.
If it's Hart, it's 5. Whew. Yeah, he was moving. Not a lot. Yeah, if Josh Hart had just stayed still, he might have drawn that offensive foul.
Are the Knicks challenging him?
It would seem like they are.
Yeah,
yes,
they
the
are.
Knicks are going to challenge, and it's not even a shooting situation, but the Knicks are challenging because it's the 5th foul on Josh Hart. It comes with 10:22 to go in Game 4. Fasten your seatbelts, gang. We're headed to the finish. New York 92, Boston 89 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Your move-in day just got a little easier with Clinton Savings Bank's Safeguard Mortgage. You can modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your mortgage with us for a low $250 fee, even if you're a first-time home buyer. That way, if rates go down, you can easily modify your interest rate and your monthly payment. For complete details or to apply, visit clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender. NMLS number 422081. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
The NCAA Lacrosse Championships are coming to Gillette Stadium Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through the 26th. The best men's and women's college lacrosse teams in the country. Bring the kids to Gillette Stadium, watch the action, and make memories. For tickets, visit ncaa.com/LAX tickets. And for more information, visit gilletstadium.com/NCAA.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
A very difficult, close call, and it goes against Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. They lose their challenge. It's a 5th foul on Josh Hart with 10:23 to go. Celtics will get the ball here, down 92-89.
Well, you can see Hart clearly was moving there as he tripped him. And you need that from Brown, but in these situations, watch, you cannot have the ball out in front of you. The ball, you need to have your body between you and the defender. What is Walt Frazier wearing today? Something to be good.
A little more aqua blue print, tie-dye kind of look as opposed to the cow suit he had on Saturday. Todd Frazier and Mike Breen, the legendary New York's television team, got their last playoff game in Detroit. Celtics return to the floor with the double bigs, Horford and Porzingis. They haven't played together a lot, really all year, but particularly in the playoffs. Jaylen Brown and Pritchard out there with Derek White. Keep an eye on when Jason Tatum comes back in. We got 10:23 to go. Boston down 92-89. Tonight, it was the third quarter that did in the Celtics to this point. Not the fourth like it did in the 2 games in Boston. Peyton Pritchard, dogged by McBride. Floats a bad pass, knocked away by Anunoby, and then Jaylen Brown fouls him. And they can talk about clear path here.
Shouldn't be.
Certainly a loose ball foul. And that's 5 on Jaylen Brown. Now you've got to get Tatum back in the game. The Celtics needed someone to be Robin tonight. And it was not Jaylen Brown.
Not a good pass then.
Knicks by 3 on the ball. 10-12 to go. Towns and Robinson both in there. Twin Towers for New York. Bridges turns the corner on Horford, gets him pretty deep. Paint taken away, so he gives it up to Towns at the elbow against Derek White. Towns turns, floats it up and in.
Good job by Towns.
Yeah, he's been good tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times we had to say it, but there was a big Towns game coming in this series. 21-11. Boston down by 5. Tatum has been the hero all night. Bumps into Towns, backs it up, 10 on the shot clock. Towns trying to hold his ground here. Tatum ducks the shoulder, drives, finger roll, high off the glass, and he gets the bounce. Wow. The Celtics are just teetering here. Now we're at the point of the game where Boston is fortunate to only be down 3. 94-91, 9:31 to go in game 4. Bridges, watched by Porzingis, straight away up top. Derek White coming late. Bridges gives it up to Towns. Towns fall away 3. That's off. Front iron, but the rebound comes to Mitchell Robinson. Throws out to McBride. His 3. No good. Back iron. That would have been a big one. Horford grabs the rebound. Boston with the ball down by 3. Trying to get momentum to turn. Derek White puts in the hands of Porzingis. Now Tatum. Deep on the left side against Anunoby. Tatum turns the corner, floats it back to Porzingis. He's open. Celtics need a 3. Don't get it. Back iron, long rebound. Derek White's got it. In the paint. Pump fake. Finds Porzingis. Coming strong. Lays it up. No good. Late foul. They were going to let it go if the shot went in. It didn't. So Porzingis will get free throws with Boston down 3 and 8:53 to go.
Is that on Towns?
Let's find out. Yes, and it's 4 on Towns. And everyone talks about, the minute police who've been killing Tibbs all year about, you can't play these guys that many minutes. The danger is not playing a guy 41 minutes or 39 minutes as far as his health. The danger is in a situation like this, you play guys 40, 42 minutes in a physical game, they're going to get into foul trouble. Porzingis' first free throw is good.
Well, if you're the champions and you're playing in this kind of tight game, even that last play a minute ago, the Tatum score, that was a shaky possession at best. He made something out of nothing.
Everyone got on the Knicks for the way they got blasted in game 3. The only thing worse would be for New York to lose a clutch, close game in game 4. That would be far more devastating. Free throws good for Porzingis. 94-93. New York by 1 and the ball. 8:47 to go in game 4. Jalen Brunson gets the high screen from Mitchell Robinson. Horford fights over it. Now Porzingis there. Here comes the double bigs after Brunson. He'll shovel it into the corner. Bridges dribbles around Derek White into an open 10-footer and hits it.
Wow.
This guy can't miss in the second half. Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns have got that third guy tonight. Jason Tatum and Derek White have not. Boston down 3. Tatum steps back behind the line, launches, and ties the game with his 6th 3 of game 4.
Big boys. Big boys.
He is out of the phone booth tonight. 36-7 for Jason Tatum. We're tied at 96. 8:08 to go in game 4. The game of the series, maybe the game of the playoffs, unfolding in front of our eyes. Brunson over the shoulder pass. Towns up, fakes the 3. Lobs it down low to Mitchell Robinson, who lays it in. Celtics smartly do not foul because he was at the cup there. 98-96, New York by 2. Ball in the hands of Drew Holiday. 7:48 to go in game 4. Tatum near half court trying to get ahead of steam going. Loses Town. Step back. Now moves to the Holiday. Open in the corner. 3, though, is no good. Offensive rebound. Al Horford got his hands on, but he's called for the offensive foul. Loose ball foul on Al Horford.
Al Horford saying he got fouled in. Yes. If anything, that ball should have stayed there. Look on the outside here. That was Bridges.
Celtics will not challenge. New York with a 2-point lead and the ball. Clock rolling with 7:35 to go in game 4. Knicks trying to take a 3-1 lead. They had a 3-2 lead in this round last year against Indiana and lost. Brunson switches to the right hand. Step back long 2 on Holiday. No good. Not a great shot. Rebound Tatum. Brunson 31 points in 33 minutes. Tatum shovel pass, gets it back from Al Horford. Tatum steps to his left, creates a lane to shoot a 3 and knocks down his 7th of the night. And the Boston Celtics have recovered to take the lead.
Ooh, wait. Man.
What are they going to say about him now?
Get some
39 for Jason Tatum, and we still have 7 minutes to go in game 4. Celtics lead 99-98. Mikal Bridges moving to his right behind the Robinson screen. Pull up 12-footer. Got another one. Celtics have got to get somebody on Mikal Bridges. New York with the lead, 100-99. Bridges up to 21. 12 in the second half. Porzingis rolling to the basket, runs it too hard off the glass and misses in close. New York by 1 on the ball. Brunson pulls up on Derek White, pulls it back out, finds Anunoby. Anunoby steps past Porzingis, goes to the left hand and scores. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla getting a timeout quickly here. That's what I mean by going hard towards the basket. Not hard enough there.
The Knicks have been the aggressor in the second half, but it has paid huge dividends. 6:32 to go in game 4. New York 102, Boston 99 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
Boston Celtics basketball is brought to you by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter the most. They put in the time to make sure that you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim, your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you've built. Visit Amica.com to learn more.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
The fans now on the edge of their seats.
It's time to stay locked in to every single moment. Because you never know when history will be made. When it's win or go home, every moment matters. So don't miss a thing. NBA playoffs presented by Google continues on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
It is everything you could hope for, unless you got a stake in the outcome, in which case you were on the edge of your seat, with everybody telling everybody on both sides that this was the must-win game. Knicks lead 102-99. It'll be Boston ball with the Celtics down 3 and 6:32 to go. Josh Hart is out of the game with 5 fouls. Jaylen Brown is out of the game with 5 fouls. Jason Tatum has become Superman in front of our eyes. We think back fondly to the Game 7 record against Philadelphia, to his Game 6 in Milwaukee. Tatum has been better tonight. This may be the best game of his life, and now the Celtics have to get him some help or they're going to waste it.
Well, Brown coming back in this game. You're bringing him back in. No, it's not.
No, you don't. No, wait, it was 6:32 to go. Remember, that was an issue. You don't want to be the coach that fouls your own guy out. So you have to make a decision. When are you going to bring Jaylen Brown in with the 5 fouls, just as Tom Thibodeau has to decide? It doesn't feel like the Knicks can win without Josh Hart. It doesn't feel like the Celtics can win without Jaylen Brown. But both are on the bench watching here with the Knicks leading 102-99 and 6:32 to go in Game 4.
Well, the thing you're looking at really is what are the Celtics going to do right now as you see Bridges going in this pick and roll and going crazy.
If the Knicks hang on and win tonight, how many New York fans get into the building at TD Garden on Wednesday to try and see history? Drew Holiday into the front court. Left-hand dribble, throws it back out to Al Horford. Now in the hands of Derek White. Out near half court, shot clock at 12. Derek White moving to his right. Tatum pops free. That's where the ball goes against Anunoby. Tatum goes quick. Ducks the shoulder. Anunoby in front of him. Shot clock down to 4. Tatum steps through. Scoops it off the window and in. Scored in the foul. Is there anything Jason Tatum can't do tonight?
Got this man in the ISO. I thought he carried the basketball.
That looked like the end of game. That looked like the end of Game 2.
What you had was a double dribble there. Tatum
He did have a double dribble, but the Knicks can't challenge.
Yeah.
The only argument the Celtics would make is that Anunoby knocked it away, but he didn't. And the Celtics could get a huge break here. 3-point play ties the game. We are even at 102. Jason Tatum has 42 of the Celtics' 102 points. Tie game, 6:08 to go in Game 4. Instant classic unfolding in front of our eyes. The only difference tonight is you knew it would be. Jalen Brunson down the left side. Pump fake on Porzingis, and Tatum throws it back out to Anunoby. 7 on the shot clock. Mitchell Robinson sets the screen. Anunoby to his right. 3 is online and good. The Knicks have been unstoppable here in the second half. 54 points. And they lead by 3 with 5:42 to go. 105-102. Who's going to help Jason Tatum? Tatum deep on the left side against Brunson. Puts it in the right hand. Down to 10 on the shot clock again. Tatum, left-hand dribble. Pump fake. Loses it. Has it back. Puts a bad pass to Holiday. 3 on the shot clock. Holiday ducks the shoulder. Drives. Scoops. Scores. A possession teetering on the very brink. And Holiday gets the Celtics within 1. I don't know how. That ball was 40 feet from the basket with 4 on the shot clock. 105-104. Knicks are going to rue that one if this game gets away. Brunson at the elbow, throws the shoulder into Derek White. Falls away, runs it with the left hand off the window and in. He gets an MSG bounce. 33 for Brunson, 42 for Tatum. Knicks by 3 with 4:55 to go in Game 4. History unfolding in front of our eyes. Tatum, pull up, 12 feet, high arcing jumper, bounces out, offensive rebound, Porzingis, and he is fouled. Now, regardless of whether or not it was on the floor, New York is now over the limit with 4:47 to go.
This is a game that ain't going to go away. I mean, all you have to do is get an offensive rebound, a defensive rebound. A nice job by Porzingis getting inside out.
A game worthy of its stage. Porzingis comes up way short of the free throw. Those early first half free throws that the Celtics missed coming back to bite them. They've missed 6 free throws now tonight. In a game they trail by 3. An entire city, 5 boroughs, all joined up against Porzingis, who misses both. Porzingis misses both free throws with 4:46 to go. New York by 3, 107-104. Jalen Brunson, hounded by Holiday. Left-hand dribble drive, past Porzingis, scoops it up, no good. Rebound, Drew Holiday, good defense. That was a tough one for Brunson against Porzingis. 5 on 4. Holiday zips it to Al Horford, touches into the corner. Derek White for the tie, no good. Porzingis jumped too early, couldn't get the rebound. Derek White hadn't had a shot in a long time. Down to 4:17 to go. New York by 3. Brunson backs it out against Al Horford. Nobody is sitting in the $10,000 seats they bought tonight. Brunson deep straight away against Al Horford. 6 on the shot clock. Brunson starts his drive. Pull up, mid-block, jumper is good. Whoop.
Man, that dude getting wherever he wants.
We have entered clutch time, and Captain Clutch is trying to bring the Knicks home. 109-104. Largest lead for New York. Tatum, crazy deep three, no good. That was a force. Rebound, Bridges. Now the Knicks in command, up by 5, and the ball. 3:42 to go in game 4. Brunson trying to keep it away from Holiday. Ball loose on the floor. Brunson's going to get there. Reset it with Anunoby. Knicks don't have to force anything here. They've got control, up by 5 off a huge second half. Brunson against Porzingis. 4 in the shot clock. Brunson, bounce pass into the corner. Bridges, left-hand dribble drive. Into the paint, fall away, tough shot. Got it at the shot clock buzzer. And Madison Square Garden goes wild as Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout.
What a play that was by Bridges. Bridges yet again has been unbelievable. They talked about all those draft picks they gave up. I won't be talking about them right now.
Bridges is 7 of 9 in the second half. And a 14-point lead early in the third quarter has become a 7-point deficit with 3:21 to go.
Well, they're going to bring Brown back in the game. Is it too late now?
The Celtics have to pitch nearly a perfect game now the rest of the way.
Hardest thing to do is pitch a shutout against a guy like Brunson, who is so tricky. Now, if the Celtics, the only thing you think about here is you only have 2 fouls, 2 team fouls. So you can gamble a little bit more on your defensive end.
The story of the game, quite simply, is that you knew Brunson and Towns were going to be big. Were they going to get help? And Anunoby and Bridges, big tonight. Anunoby in the first half, Bridges in the second half. The Celtics are 3 minutes and 21 seconds away from wasting arguably the best game in the biggest stage of Jason Tatum's career when you combine those two things. 16 of 28, 7 threes, 42 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals for Jason Tatum. But after the hot start early for Derek White, everyone else has vanished. And that's how the 14-point lead has become a 7-point deficit.
Derek White did not get any opportunities, and they missed out on it. How do you get him involved in this game? And the pick and roll that they have got over and over again going towards a hole with Bridges has been huge. Bridges has 3 rebounds in this, 6 rebounds in this game, but 23 points.
Knicks +9 on the glass. And as a result, the shot margin that we always talk about, New York has got 15 more shots.
Well, this is exactly, if you're the Celtics right now, you've been here before. You've done this before. This is the test about being the world champions.
The Celtics, 12 of 24 from 3 in the first half. 5 of 18 in the second half, and that, of course, is the difference of the game.
Well, your movement of the basketball, Celtics have been doing a little bit too much isolation.
13 assists for the Celtics tonight. That's it, 13.
Boy, you think the Knicks fans were obnoxious the other day. They are going to be crazy.
And as we said, how many of them get into TD Garden on Wednesday night? As you know, they will make the pilgrimage to try to see history. Knicks at the finish line, but they have not crossed it yet. Up by 7, 3:12 to go. Ball in the hands of Tatum against Anunoby. Tatum for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dropped it. Picked off by Anunoby. He will go the distance. 2-hand slam, and Tatum is hurt. Tatum is hurt. Tatum is still down. He is screaming for a timeout. And in a New York minute, everything has changed. Jaylen Brown threw the ball away. Jason Tatum is down and hurt. Celtics training staff immediately racing onto the floor.
Tatum was calling timeout immediately while he was on the floor, going in circles.
Jaylen Brown threw it away. Anunoby picked it off, and Tatum could not get out. He is holding on to his left ankle, and he is in extreme pain right now.
Wow.
Tatum with a towel over his head, lying on his back as the Celtics training staff try to stabilize that right ankle. Tatum was just pounding his left foot, his left ankle on the ground. They lift Jason Tatum up. No weight whatsoever on the right ankle. Every Celtics title defense, it seems, comes with some calamitous injury that changes the course of history. Is Jason Tatum going to bounce back from this, or is this the one we're talking about? Anunoby had the steal. Tatum tried to get in front of him. And it was just an injury. I don't want to say it was a non-contact injury because he was reaching out towards Anunoby, but it looked like he crossed his own legs up.
Yeah, he planted his foot, and it didn't even look like the ankle turned.
Bridges knocked it away from Jaylen Brown, and Tatum had to react quickly and suddenly and put his right foot out in front of him to try to get in front of Anunoby, and he just went crumpling to the ground.
Wow. What a shame.
You would say it just went from bad to worse for the Celtics, but worse does not encapsulate it. Jason Tatum is in the locker room. Boston is down by 9 with 2:51 to go. Jaylen Brown, quick three, no good. Back iron, rebound, Knicks have it. And suddenly this game feels academic. Ball in the hands of Jalen Brunson. 2:35 to go. 113-104 is the math. Jalen Brunson, step back three. Got it. It was going to be the New York Knicks night. They are going to style and profile to the finish. Jaylen Brown missed the three. Rebound goes off, pressured out of bounds. This game is gone. Yeah. But is the series gone, and is Jason Tatum gone? Those are the only questions that matter now.
Well, if you got it, do you have a hero?
Wednesday night at TD Garden, off of Causeway Street, where the New York Knicks have 3 times eliminated the Celtics in the playoffs. The New York Knicks are going to go for their first trip to the conference final in 25 years. But will Jason Tatum be there to try to stop them?
It's going to be hard to see him coming back from that.
Brunson on the under out of bounds. The Celtics are down by 12 here. Holiday has a steal with 1:52 to go. Holiday finds Jaylen Brown. Knicks will peel away. Jaylen will lay it in. That ends the 11-0 run. So it's 116-106. 10-point game with 1:48 to go. Celtics, if they want to start playing the foul game, better start doing it now because they only have 2 team fouls. Derek White deflects it out of bounds. 116-106. Tom Thibodeau will get Josh Hart back in here with 5 fouls and Karl Anthony Towns with 4.
And Mitchell Robinson, to his credit, stayed out of the way. He did what he needed to do just to stay in this game.
How cruel can the basketball gods be when Jason Tatum was in the midst of maybe the game of his NBA life? Now he will not be out there for the finish. Jalen Brunson, blitz by Holiday. Upside for Anunoby. Anunoby will drive and lay it in. And Knicks fans will relish these 90 seconds. They have waited a very, very long time. Pritchard will launch a deep three, and it's no good. Rebound belongs to Josh Hart. The Boston Celtics have been to 10 conference finals in the last 23 years. 10 of them. Celtics fans have become used to a meal they want and expect more from now. Knicks fans are starving for just a bite of that meal, and they're a game away from getting it. Peyton Pritchard goes the distance and scores. 118-108, final minute here of game 4, which has taken an unexpected and absolutely cruel turn for the Celtics with a Jason Tatum injury late. Meanwhile, The long-suffering fans at Madison Square Garden relishing every second. Bridges finally misses. Towns' putback is good, but I think he committed a loose ball foul to get it. And there will be 48 hours of conversation about Jason Tatum, about the injury, and about the 2 games that got away early in the series, which is why the Celtics are now going to be in a 3-1 hole.
Well, what is the injury? It's going to be it.
The chant at Madison Square Garden now is Knicks in 5. And that will gain a lot of steam if the injury news is bad for Jason Tatum.
You think of the other part of it is the free throws the Celtics missed in this game. Boy, a couple of bad turnovers by Brown in this game.
Al Horford gets a couple of free throws here. 118 to 110. Margin is 8 with 38 seconds to go. Celtics have to start fouling now, or at least pressing. They try. Bridges long cross court, almost picked off by Jalen, but he couldn't get it. Lead for Anunoby. Hands off to Karl Anthony Towns for the 2-hand slam. Margin is 10. Peyton Pritchard, deep 3. Got it. Knicks just have to get across half court. Josh Hart does. Al Horford going to give the foul. Josh Hart immediately pointing to Bridges out of the field, arguing for a clear path foul.
Give the Knicks full credit.
They answered back.
They answered what they needed to answer.
And while the injury will take over as the discussion and be the primary news that comes out of Game 4 to Jason Tatum, the story of the game itself was after everybody trying to pretend that Jason Tatum wasn't one of the best players in the world. Tom Thibodeau going to call timeout here for some reason with 21 seconds left, leading by 7 just to make sure they get the ball in. The story for the Celtics in Game 4 was Jason Tatum having the game of his life, and after Derek White knocked down some shots early, and he was great at the start of the game, Jason Tatum just did not get enough help. And all this discussion about how the Celtics were deeper than the Knicks. First of all, when you get to this month, when you get to the middle of May, it's 7-on-7 to begin with. And the Celtics playing without Sam Hauser, with Kristaps Porzingis obviously still battling whatever he's battling. And you needed somebody to step up and help Jason Tatum. He did not get enough help tonight. And as a result, the Boston Celtics, who may or may not be without Jason Tatum, are going to take the floor Wednesday night at TD Garden in a 3-1 hole for the first time in 2 years.
Isn't it funny, though? Think about it. Cleveland going back down what?
3-1?
3-1. Celtics going to Donovan Mitchell. Stepped out of the game the other day. Will he be back? Now, will Tatum? What is the severity of the injury? One thing you said, it was a non-contact. There wasn't a lot of contact. What he did, he planted the foot, and then he just...
An NBA season dominated by the Cavs, the Thunder, and the Celtics, and none of them have the lead through 4 games. The Cavs and Celtics are down 3-1, and the Thunder and the Nuggets are 2-2.
Yeah, this is a nightmare scenario, but for me, it's an opportunity. If you are the Boston Celtics, if you're Jaylen Brown, if you're that dude.
Redemption for Jaylen Brown. Remember when Tatum got hurt in Game 7 against Miami? Jaylen Brown did not have a great game. Knicks, after all that, they throw away the inbound. Celtics have it down by 7, 17 seconds to go. Pritchard stepping to his right, launches a 3. No good. Long rebound belongs to Brunson. And a little tiny gasp of hope the Celtics had is gone as Pritchard misses. Brunson is fouled by Al Horford with 10 seconds to go. How could the Knicks? Tom Thibodeau literally called a timeout to inbound the ball, and they still threw it away. Well, how many times have we said it over the last 2 days? The Knicks were due for a big offensive game. You knew it was coming. It felt like one of these games was going to happen in the series. I didn't know if tonight was going to be the night, but it was. And now, the Celtics, with their championship, the grip on it is just fingernails now on the edge of a cliff, down 3-1. The crowd is going to be interesting Wednesday night.
Yeah, this is, to me, opportunity. I don't see it as, failure. This is opportunity.
I really felt as Towns comes out to a nice ovation. I thought the Knicks were going to win this game tonight, and I thought the Celtics were going to win fairly easily on Wednesday. Now, without Tatum, that changes everything. But it was all going to set the stage for what we hope is going to be a Game 6 here on Friday night, which would be the biggest game in this building in 30 years. Final seconds, Pritchard stepping to his left, Brunson sails 5, Pritchard misses a 3, rebound Mitchell Robinson, and the New York Knickerbockers, 25 years from their last appearance in the conference finals, will head to TD Garden on Wednesday night with a 3-1 lead and possibly get a Celtics team without Jason Tatum. That's how quickly games, series, and seasons can turn. The final score in Game 4, New York 121, Boston 113. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Ooh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. AKA, you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dropped it. Picked off by Anunoby. He will go the distance. Two-hand slam, and Tatum is hurt. Tatum is hurt. Tatum is still down. He is screaming for a timeout. And in a New York minute, everything has changed. What may very well end up being the signature moment of the series. The New York Knicks lead 3-1. They come from behind to beat the Celtics tonight in Game 4, 121-113. Now the story becomes the injury to Jason Tatum. Celtics playoff basketball brought to you by Amica, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics, as the chase for Banner 19 continues. And now is up against it. Make sure you visit Amica.com today to get a quote on award-winning insurance. Our hardest working player of the game, got to go Mikal Bridges in that second half tonight. Engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools, built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. The Celtics could not make a three in the second half after knocking down 12 of 24 in the first. Kelly's Roast Beef will donate $33 for each one to one mission, helping kids fight cancer. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original. The Boston Celtics trail 3-1 for the first time in 2 years. Their title and their title belt and their grasp on it is slipping. The New York Knicks, 25 years removed from their last trip to the Eastern Conference Finals, will try to close out the Celtics in Boston Wednesday night. We'll have the first word on Game 5 when we wrap it up from Madison Square Garden next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market is saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll get $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right, use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door will be ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time. Shop online.
Boston Celtics basketball is proudly sponsored by Amica Insurance. When it comes to protecting the life that you built, trust your insurance needs to Amica's award-winning service. At Amica, they put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim. As you cheer on the Celtics, visit amica.com to learn more. Get a quote today.
Looking to boost your career? Explore UMass Lowell's graduate degrees at uml.edu/online. Get started May 19th at UMass Lowell.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Forward to shot clock. Runs it, bounce pass into the corner. Bridges, left-hand dribble drive. Into the paint, fall away, tough shot. Got it at the shot clock buzzer. And Madison Square Garden goes wild as Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout.
What a play that was by Bridges. Bridges, yet again, has been unbelievable. They talked about all those draft picks they gave up. I won't be talking about them right now.
A lot of things have happened in the last half hour. First and foremost at the top of the list is that 25 years removed from their last trip to the Eastern Conference Finals, the New York Knicks now have a 3-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Semifinals. Welcome back to the Amica Insurance broadcast booth, Granny and Max. But as I said, in real time, in a New York minute, everything changes. The Jason Tatum injury, which was a non-contact injury we've seen before. We've seen knees, we've seen ankles, we've seen Achilles in those situations. It looked awfully bad. We know nothing, so why pretend that we know anything when we don't? What we know is that the Celtics are now down 3-1. Everything has changed. You got the feeling New York was going to have a big offensive game. They were due. The Celtics had smothered them for 3 games. If and when this series goes to New York and they advance to the conference finals, they will have won this series in games 1 and 2, not in the later games in this series. Crazy as it is, the Celtics have still outscored New York at this point, which shows you how meaningless a lot of that stuff is. But the fourth quarter comebacks for the Knicks, obviously putting them in position for if something bad happened. The Celtics left themselves no margin for error, and a bad defensive second half and an injury to Jason Tatum. That's about the 2 biggest errors you can have if you're the Celtics, and now the Celtics championship is hanging by a thread.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. When you think about Jason Tatum, where he's at, what happened. My buddy Bob McAdoo just said, he's looking at it on TV. He said, popped Achilles. That's what he said. We're not doctors. We're not pretending to be
someone. We're not speculating.
I'm just telling you what he said. Now, what we do know, there wasn't a lot of contact. Nobody rolled his ankle. It was he planted his foot. And when he planted his foot, it was kind of odd. And then it was kind of he just went down in a heap. And it was a pass, a bad pass then from Brown, thrown over to him. And he was trying to make a play on the basketball. And, man, that's just the worst thing can happen. As a basketball player, this is what I always believe. Any kind of athlete, you walk onto the field and you hope to walk off. When you walk onto the field or basketball court and they carry you off, that is absolutely the worst thing can happen to you.
And it comes at the end of one of, if not the best game when you consider the stakes and the circumstances that Jason Tatum had ever had. He was brilliant from start to finish, helping the Celtics build the big lead. And it's interesting because in the big picture now, everyone will write the Celtics off, especially if Tatum is out, that they can never come back from 3-1. And even if they did, they wouldn't be able to do anything without Tatum going forward. So let's, instead of the macro, because everybody will now hand the series to New York, let's talk about what comes up next year. This was a night that until the Jason Tatum injury, the story to me was Jason Tatum's brilliant night was about to be wasted because he got no help. Now, if you don't have Jason Tatum for Game 5 in Boston, To me, it is completely on Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and Drew Holiday to get this series back here. If nothing else, you cannot lose at home, and you have to make up for this performance tonight and for all of the scrutiny it's been on Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown, for better or worse, has lived this life where you could say, well, he doesn't get the attention he deserves because he's that quote-unquote number 2 guy. What comes with that, he doesn't get the same scrutiny or criticism that a Jason Tatum gets. Well, now the focus is going to be completely on Jaylen Brown to keep the Celtics alive and get this series back here on Friday.
No, that's how it works out. You know, when you lose a player like that, or we don't know Tatum again, where he's at, but let's just assume that he's not going to play, then now all the pressure and all the gamesmanship goes to the other guys. The others are able to step up and play. And I've been in those situations before, and I'm sure that, you know, everybody right now is looking at it and saying all hell is, you know, it's done. A friend of mine just texted me 1, 2, 3 Cancun, but you're still playing. You still have another swing at it, which a lot of teams don't.
Friday night at Madison Square Garden will be the most spectacular scene you could possibly imagine. Now it is the Celtics' job to get it here. Wednesday night, 6:30 start on the network. Then at 7 o'clock, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. Now New York on the brink of their first trip to the NBA's Final Four in 25 years. The Celtics have been there 10 times since. While Knicks fans have watched with their noses pressed against the glass for a quarter century, now is their time, a chance to take it and to do it in Boston. We will talk to you then from TD Garden. In the meantime, let the conversation begin with Joe Murray.
All right, guys, Celtics now trail the series 3-1, and what is the future for the Celtics and Jason Tatum, as there will be a Game 5 in Boston on Wednesday night as the Knicks look to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals? Well, we'll find out. And, of course, throughout the playoffs, Panadosi donating $109 for every Celtics win, and 1,000 pounds of bread to Bread of Life in Walden. You can find Panadosi's famous French bread rolls and subs at your local grocery store. We'll have more on this Celtics loss tonight, and, well, if we get an update on Jason Tatum, we'll certainly have it for you. But the Celtics lose tonight in New York, 121-113. We'll have more coming up next. I'm Joe Murray here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA.
Or busy or call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Kelly's Roast Beef is now serving Worcester. Since 1951, Kelly's has been stacking up mouth-watering made-to-order sandwiches like their famous roast beef, slow-roasted, thinly sliced, and piled high. Kelly's is the home of the original three-way: roast beef, American cheese, mayo, and James River barbecue sauce. A New England classic. Add fries in a shake and you've got a meal to remember. For lunch, dinner, or a quick bite, Kelly's in Worcester delivers flavor fast and fresh every time. See why Kelly's Roast Beef is a New England legend in Worcester or kellysroastbeef.com. Kelly's Roast Beef, where the original still tastes best.
Rodenizer Home Service's full-service remodel team of skilled carpenters, painters, plumbers, and electricians is ready for your remodeling project. Schedule your consultation today at rodenizer.com.
Hey everyone, this is Adam from Central 44 Jeep Dodge Ram of Raynham. This month only, we're giving everyone employee plus pricing. Drive home a 2024 Ram 2500 regular cab for just $46,795. That's a massive $10,000 in savings. We're just minutes from anywhere, so it's the ultimate time to upgrade your ride. But hurry in. These prices disappear after the event ends. From our driver to yours, Central 44 Raynham.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Tatum for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dropped it. Picked off by Anunoby. He will go the distance. Two-hand slam, and Tatum is hurt. Tatum is hurt. Tatum is still down. He is screaming for a timeout. And in a New York minute, everything has changed.
Well, certainly things can change in a New York minute, and there certainly were some Bronx cheers tonight. Celtics lose 121-113. I'll give you the box score. Jason Tatum played 40 minutes tonight and had 42 points. He went 7 of 16 from 3, had 8 rebounds, 4 steals, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Derek White had 23 points, went 6 of 11 from 3, struggled defensively. And Jaylen Brown had 5 fouls all night and only played 32 minutes at 20 points. They got 12 points from Peyton Pritchard off the bench, 7 from Kristaps Porzingis. New York played their entire starters in the third quarter. Jalen Brunson had 39 points, 14 of 25 from the field, 4 of 8 from downtown. Karl Anthony Towns had 23 points. Mikal Bridges, 23 points. OG Anunoby, 20. That was it. Josh Hart played with 5 fouls all night. They got 10 points from their bench. They only had 12 free throws on the night. They shot 35% from 3. Celtics shot 37% from 3. Went 19 of 26 from the free throw line. The story, though, Celtics trail now 3-1. What happened to Jason Tatum tonight? He left screaming. Broadcast mentioned ankle. I'm sure your eyes will tell you maybe something else. We're not speculating. But stick around to our flagship station, 98.5 The Sports Hub, and we'll potentially get an update on Jason Tatum's status. But a catastrophic loss for the Celtics. Chance to tie the series and come back home. Now they fight for their playoff lives in Game 5 in Boston, as New York looks to close out the series and head to the Eastern Conference Finals. Thanks to Matt Stenberg tonight for an excellent job. Feel free to join us on 98.5 The Sports Hub. This is going to be a doozy. I'll say one thing before we go. I think Jason Tatum absolutely put the team on his back tonight. And for the national media that thinks that he plays with a great team and that's why he gets all the credit, certainly was not supported by his teammates tonight. And literally got hurt trying to save the Celtics season. We'll talk to you guys on Wednesday night as the Celtics look to continue their season here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
Jalen forces it up over Seaton. No! He tied it! He did it! Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, 3 in the air. Got it!
Big boys step up at the right time, man.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catches Law, your New England Chevy dealers, Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Charles D. Sheehy, and by Ticketmaster.
Pritchard shovel back to Porzingis. How about a trail 3? Got it! Boston by 14. Kyrie forces one out, blocked by Porzingis again. Pritchard, half court. It's in the air. He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, Mass Mutual, VA New England, Town Fair Tire, FindMassMoney.gov, your New England Honda dealers, Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Shaw's and Star Market, Ram, Northeastern DeMoore McKim School of Business, the Antidosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Celtics basketball is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Media Group Station.
Final seconds. Pritchard stepping to his left. Brunson sails 5. Pritchard misses a 3. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. And the New York Knickerbockers, 25 years, from their last appearance in the conference finals will head to TD Garden on Wednesday night with a 3-1 lead and possibly get a Celtics team without Jason Tatum. That's how quickly games, series, and seasons can turn. The final score in Game 4, New York 121, Boston 113.
On the Sports Hub, Matt Stenberg's helping us out tonight. We're on YouTube, everybody, so feel free to join us there, or you can certainly call in. We'll get the phones going in just a minute here so everybody can call in, and feel free to chat in. But, whoa, people are certainly emotional about this one, and you should be. Saron, how you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. It's just it's a lot to get into here, a lot to unpack.
All right, let me get 3 things out of the way, and then we'll hit a break.
Go right
and
ahead.
We'll get it going. I want to credit the New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
They've been resilient. They haven't been afraid of the Celtics. They trailed by 11 points at halftime. They make the Celtics look like they can't play defense or rebound. They also shot close to 70% in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson also had 39 points in a huge game. Like, he's been the best fourth quarter player in the playoffs. So I want to credit the New York Knicks for the job that they have done. Jason Tatum had little to no support tonight in a 40-point effort. Before the games, Dan Le Batard says he's never had a big moment in his life. Colin Cowherd called him the beneficiary. I did not see him as the beneficiary tonight. I saw him carry the Boston Celtics. Even while he was on the bench resting his wrist, Jaylen Brown gets his 5th foul. Porzingis can't run up and down the court, and nobody could hit a shot. So I just can't do that tonight. I can't do the Tatum didn't show any of that tonight. Literally, he got hurt trying to save the season. So I can't do it, and I won't accept it tonight, Saron. And finally, Joe Mazzulla had some interesting lineups and substitutions. Left Jaylen Brown on the bench with 5 fouls while Porzingis and other guys continued to struggle, and the Knicks just kept battling back. No timeouts, no trying to settle things down, not to mention the Knicks were in the bonus. So those are my 3 takeaways tonight, but either way, this was a catastrophic loss. They trail 3-1, and I don't know what the future of the Celtics is.
Yeah, I mean, in the original point you made about Tatum and people saying he never had any big moments, tonight he tied the Celtics record for most 40-point playoff games. And he's not even 30 years old yet. That's a lot of big moments. That's a lot of big playoff moments. I think he had 35 in a closeout game in the finals last year. I've seen him, he dropped 50 on Kevin Durant in the playoffs. I've seen him drop 50 on Embiid in the playoffs. I've seen him give Giannis 40 burgers and sending him home in the playoffs. You know, he's been having major playoff moments since his rookie season when he's dunking on LeBron James with a 5-point lead in a Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals as a rookie. We've seen him do this many, many times